Yo, what is up? What's good? What's good? Welcome
Y'all.
to Blues News. I got somebody special with me today. Somebody special with me today. What's up, Tino? How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Let's get into some legal news. You know, this is my
Before
stuff.
we
I
do that,
like
introduce
this.
yourself. Let you know what I'm saying. Let
Uh,
people know.
my name is Tina. You can find me at She Dreads Me, like on all my social medias. I talk about movies, TV shows, legal stuff, a little bit of everything. A little bit of
That's
everything.
that's right. She dreads me. She underscore dreads me. Is it dreads
Yep.
underscore me or is it?
I don't know.
It's
I
she.
think
You
it's
can
different in
find it.
different
I
in
know.
different places. It's a very
Different in different
particular
places.
name. You should be able
Right.
to
You
find
should
me.
be able to find it. You should be able to find it. But yeah, we're gonna get into some more Beau DeMayo legal stuff. Not as I don't want to have more a heated debate like last time. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of over that now. I just want to uh talk more what's next. You know what I'm saying? Type situation than did he do it or you know what I'm saying? Is he liable? Who was liable? Things of that nature. So without further ado, let's start the show.
How much time till we're on?
We're on, Ron.
What?
We're on the air right now.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's get to it. All right, Tina. We hear you got the juice, man. We hear you got the juice. Like when Bishop met his demise and they told, you got the juice now, Tina. Talk to me. What's good?
So I mean, where are we starting at? Because after hearing like a lot of y'all's videos, like y'all kind of got my brain twirling in different ways.
Well, I mean,
So
start
wait,
where
where
you
you
want
want
to.
to start?
I'm gonna let you have the floor. Start where you want to start it. Like,
Okay, let's start with okay. Let's start with kind of what Chill was saying, because I know you and him was kind of sticking on like the First Amendment and was his rights violated. And I
mhm.
think when I heard you speak, you were speaking more so like his rights technically can't be violated because the feds are not going to come and knock on his door and say, hey, you can't do X, Y, and Z.
Constitutional rights.
Constitutional rights.
That's
Yeah.
what I was trying to get Chill, and not to cut you off, to understand
Yeah.
he kept saying First Amendment, and I'm like, his constitutional rights. Nah, he might have other rights per se when it
Right.
comes to entertainment law and things of that nature, but constitutional rights, I don't know if that, what I'm saying, it's here per se. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So the reason I think it may be a little gray with that is because, of course, when you talk about the First Amendment, it does mean, hey, you have the freedom of speech, but it doesn't mean that you can say what you want without consequence. So from what I'm hearing and seeing, like a lot of things in the news, the gist that I'm getting from it is it sounds like there was something in that NDA that prohibited him from speaking either about X-Men or Marvel. And whatever it is, this lawyer feels like, hey, something was violated, and it could be his freedom of speech. And I know what you're saying, like, well, the police isn't going to come get him, but he may be facing not criminal liability, but civil liability. That may be the kind of waters that they're waving in, because I was thinking about this last night. I'm like, does this NDA say that he can never, ever speak about Marvel or X-Men? Is that what they're kind of boomeranging back to? Because if so, the company and the business is so vast, how can you ever restrict someone from saying you can never speak about X-Men or Marvel? So that's
Right.
kind of where I'm wondering if that's where the lawyer is leaning into. But we don't know because we don't have the NDA.
We don't have the NDA. We don't have the paperwork. And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's something that I thought about too. And that would be grounds for, hey, let's go back and read and look at this NDA. Let's get a judge, let's get a arbitrator or whoever to come through
Right.
and look at this NDA, because now that's one of the things that is covered of being where the NDA can't be what they called it
Kind of enforced.
unserviceable
Yeah.
or something
Mm-hmm.
like that, because it's too vast. It's what I'm saying. NDA is supposed to basically bullet point, things that you
Right.
can't, something like that. Like, yeah, you can't speak of X-Men or Marvel. That's hard to, like, those are
Yeah.
household names. Like, so
Yeah.
just forever, I can't, like, it, even if I like it. My thing when it came to that, the reason why I don't necessarily think that would be it, because he was still doing so much X-Men, Marvel stuff. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's one of the things that really just kind of like you know what I'm saying, just had my brain turning, and just not trying to say that Beau was wrong, but like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, is Disney that dumb, or Disney that, you know what I'm saying, inept in
I don't think it's
entertainment?
ineptitude. I don't think it's ineptitude. I think it's out of their playbook, honestly. Like,
Mhm.
if you really look at some of these past cases, and they're not all the same, but they all kind of parallel a little bit. Like, if you look at what happened to Victoria Alonso, right? Okay, they told her, cool, work on the movie, good to go. All right,
Mhm.
fine. She works on the movie, she's straight. All of a sudden, Disney is having issues with special effects, CGI. The houses are speaking how treatment is cruel. Boom, boom, boom. All right, now y'all want to fire her, but you want to
Mhm.
fire her because you said she violated her contract by working on this movie. Okay, but y'all said that it was cool for her to work on the movie, but legally, contractually, you're
Yeah.
boomeranging back to that, saying, well, this is the reason we're firing you, because you technically broke our contract. That's why they ended up losing that case, because no, keep it a buck. Y'all got rid of her because you needed somebody to fall on the sword for all the issues with the
Mhm.
CGI. And from what we
It
hear
was her
behind
job,
this,
though.
it was her job, but look, there's been terrible writing going on. Why is she the
No,
one got to fall on the sword?
true. I mean, you know, hey,
This is what it
I
boiled
think,
down
but I
to
also
with
think she
Victoria.
was.
Let me tell you, it boiled down to
Uh-huh.
she was a bitch to work with. All right, she
Okay,
was being
that's a lot.
very, but okay.
Mhm.
As someone who works and worked in corporate America for years, if you're that high up, everybody's like that. Point
True,
blank.
true.
Period.
No, I'm
Everybody
just
is
saying
gonna
that's a lot.
have.
I'm just saying that's a lot. You're right. You're right. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that is a
You
lot
y'all train people up to be
to
this
be
way.
that.
Y'all
Right.
train people up to be stern. This is
Mhm.
this, this is that. Where they messed up with her is y'all told her she could do it. You fired me for that reason. You didn't fire me for the CGI. You fired me
Mhm.
because you said that I
Yeah.
broke X, Y, and Z. So guess what
Right.
she does? She calls her lawyer up and she says, look, I got permission to do this. They were
Mhm.
cool. What they really fired me for is because I wanted to put kissing scenes in Wakanda Forever and gay flags, and Disney saw that and was like, oh shit, let's settle. So they have
Mhm.
this history of saying, okay, you can do this, you cool. But when you piss us off,
Don't fuck my money up.
you technically broke the rules. So I think this is kind of
Mhm.
the waters that Beau is in. It's like, okay, you cool, you can continue tweeting about the show, you can continue doing this, but whatever happened, whatever took place in June, for them to send that email, now
Right.
they're reverting back to the original firing,
It's
and or
right.
the original we told you not to tweet and talk about the show, so now
Mhm.
we're laying the hammer. Well, y'all been cool with me tweeting and talk about it since March.
Right.
Like, what is
But that's the, but see that March to June, that's the murky waters for me.
mm-hmm.
March to June. What from March to June made them send that letter, say because of this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm with you. I don't think that that's beyond Disney to come back and say, even with the Victoria Alonso thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm Disney and I just wanted to get rid of her, I would have said it's because she didn't do right with the CGI, because that was a part of her job. Yeah, we said
Mm-hmm.
she can go do this, but only if this shit got to be straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go do extracurricular, we cool on that, but you can't. You know what I'm saying? Your duties can't be derelict. That shit just can't be
They couldn't
trash
get
over
her
here.
on that, because if you gonna get me, you need to get Feige. He above me. He approve all this.
True.
So they
I
couldn't get
mean,
her on that. So that's what
I
these
think
companies do. They will find,
they
okay,
will.
damn, we
They
got to
will.
get rid of her. Let's
But
use this.
Victoria Alonso was more direct, though, right?
Right.
It was more direct. Beau got fired and was
Mm-hmm.
cool with the firing,
Yeah.
right? So that's what I mean. The March to the June is fucking the Pacific Ocean, and it's choppy. It's a hurricane
Right.
out there. It's hurricane season. You know what I'm saying? Because if you were cool with the firing, what transpired to make them say, "Ah, we taking your," because I just, and I'm not saying it's above Disney.
Yeah.
But if Disney kind of just let you, you gone now, you out of my thought process. At least it's what I'm thinking. Maybe they've been trying to like, nah, we gotta put the hammer on both or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But from how I'm looking at it, if they sent him away, and then he posted what he posted on June 3rd or whatever, and they sent him a letter on the 13th saying it's because of this post right here that we're taking your credits. That I just find that real flimsy, and I would take that to court too. Like, and that's what I mean. Are they that inept to where?
I don't think it's ineptitude. I can see them doing that because let's say it is in the NDA that for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or whatever, you cannot speak about Marvel, X-Men, whatever. Let's say that is in the NDA, right? And let's say he talks to his lawyer and say, hey, I'm not going to talk bad about him, but I want to tweet about the show. This is my brainchild. And what I think what happened as he's tweeting about the show is causing engagement. These are all numbers. They're seeing the numbers. Right. The show is doing well. I think they were okay with it. But technically, you still kind of maybe be breaking the NDA, but we're not going to really push the issue because once again, he was interacting with Chase Connolly. He was interacting with a lot of the voice actors. So it seemed like, okay, everybody is kind of talking, right? I don't know if when June got here, the show is over, we're getting ready to do season 2. They're probably like, all right, we got to find a way to just cut this with him because maybe it's going to be an issue moving forward. Maybe with him tweeting in the future, maybe he is going to disclose everything, disclose other things, or maybe speak about, maybe this is not my vision for season 2. So it's just, it's not above Disney to me. It's not above corporate America to me.
I don't believe I'm just talking about the inept, like them doing that. You're right. I don't think that's above anybody. Disney, T-Mobile, whoever, right? You know what I'm saying? To do that. I'm just talking about how flimsy it, like, that's like,
it's really not flimsy.
It's kind of like they went and got me to write it up.
If it's in the NDA that you, like, once again, I heard y'all talking before. If you think about Cassie and Diddy, if it's in Cassie and Diddy's NDA that she can never talk about their situations, that's not flimsy. That's the NDA you signed it. So if it's in his NDA that for 3 years, 10 years, whatever, you can't speak about Marvel, you can't speak about X-Men, it's not flimsy. It's in there. You signed it.
No,
they may have just let it go and didn't want to enforce it.
But that's what I mean, that it's because now I'm be like, well, and I don't necessarily know if that would fly, but if I'm Beau, I'm like, well, I've been doing this. He been on comic. I mean, he done
Victoria
been on
Alonso was the same. It was the same. She had done the movie 2 years ago. It was the same thing.
But when did they fire her?
It was like a year or two after that movie was done.
So and that's what I mean by her stuff was more immediate than Beau's though. The repercussions.
Well, no, because like you said, they didn't fire her for the CGI. Y'all went back a year or two in the past and said, we're firing you for working on the movie. What? Y'all have known for a year or two that this movie is done and wrapped. Y'all been new. Why are you firing me now?
You can't come up here and get a Academy Award for some secondary shit.
But it's kind of like the same thing. Like, y'all let her go on. She's been at conventions. She's been working on projects. She's been doing her thing. Secret Invasion comes out, all this stuff comes out, people are complaining, and it's like, oh God, somebody got to fall on the sword. You need to fall because 2 years ago you made the movie Argentina and that wasn't in your contract. So I feel like it's kind of parallel. Like, okay, I got fired in March. I've been tweeting all this time. Like you said, he's popping up at Comic-Cons, he's sharing stuff. And what happens in June when y'all like, all right, it's time to stop?
That's my question. That's the question for me. That's really my only question. Like, what in June said, tip, and it could go back to what you said. Hey, we're getting ready to gear up season 2, but he still gets. They can't take his, the EP credits is still gonna be there.
No, but I think it comes down to, like his lawyer says, is silencing him. We don't want you affiliated at all. We don't. When season 2 comes out, we don't want you on Twitter tweeting, talking. We don't want it. You're fired. We don't want any we don't want you involved with this show anymore. Even though you are an EP, and like you said, we're going to mail your Emmy in the mail if you win. We don't want you talking about it. And that's what it sounds like to me, because if you think about like,
It's just like a
I don't know,
non-compete.
not even a non-compete. If you think about like, okay, like the Diddy situation, he was up for Grammys right before everything kind of blew the roof off, and the Grammys was like, we really don't want you here. Like, does he have every right to be there if he's nominated? But it's kind of like, stuff is a little murky. You know, he gracefully bowed out because they didn't want the affiliation. So that's just my speculation. I don't know until we actually start, like, if this goes anywhere. But that's what it feels like to me. Like, we want to cut ties. We don't want you talking about the show. And that may be where the lawyer's like, okay, are y'all violating his rights? Are y'all saying he can never talk about X-Men or Marvel ever again? Because it's
maybe
a big
he can't talk
brand?
about the show. Or or you could be right. Maybe he can't touch X-Men, Marvel, nothing. Right?
Because
maybe
like you said, it goes back to the picture. They didn't hit him up for tweeting. Y'all hit me up because of the picture.
Yeah, and I'm like that. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's the pic. They chose that picture. That's not the picture I'm choosing. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm Disney, and let's say it is because you can't talk X-Men or whatever, it's not just that. I would be like, you went to this Comic-Con, you did this. Like, I would have a list. It'll be like
it could be all of that, but it could be all of that. That could be his whole thing of violating my freedom.
That's what would be in my email to him, though. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
I would have hit the list. You know what I'm saying? It just seems a little weird that. And, you know, because he's making it seem like I got this email and attached to the email was this picture. And they said, because of this picture, I'm putting.
Can we pull up his wording on it to see?
Yeah. Hold on.
Because I wonder if he was saying when I posted this picture, I then received an email. Because we don't know if the email was in pertaining to the picture. He's just tying it together. So it could have been an email saying, on this date, you broke the NDA by tweeting about X, Y, and Z, whatever. So I guess I just need to see his wording on it again.
He said, so firstly, I'm so grateful that I worked on X-Men 97, collaborating with some amazingly talented folks. Creating a revival was a dream come true, and the support fans have shown is so touching. However, I felt it pressing for me to speak up in the wake of leaving the show. On the next slide is X-Men fan art I posted on Instagram for Gay Pride in June. On June 13th, Marvel sent a letter notifying me that they stripped my season 2 credits due to the post.
Okay, due to the post. Okay.
Sadly, this is the latest in a troubling pattern I suffered through while working on X-Men 97 and Blade. I have more to say soon, but just take a step back from social media for a safer space for me to be out, proud, and nerdy. So, and then he showed the post.
I believe it. I'm not gonna say I believe it, but I can believe them wanting to have a legitimate reason to revamp the show and cut his credits, and they use something like that. I can definitely see that happening.
No, I can get behind. I can get behind them finding a reason to say we pulling your. It's just me. I hate that reason.
Right.
When it's a million other reasons that would actually, you know what I'm saying? Because he said, and he set it up perfectly. Like, damn, I posted this on Pride Month. You know what I'm saying? Like, they coming at me on Pride Month, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the perfect setup. And that would get anybody. Like, it's like the homeboy Sean said, like, nobody's trying to jump on Disney's side right now. Everybody is, for the most part, anti-Disney. Right. But, you know, it's just, like you said, it's a lot of gray in that. You know what I mean? It's a lot of gray in that. Marvel's, I know, the Canadian homeboy Chill did not like Marvel's initial comeback, right? Yeah. And I said that's, to me, that was par for the course. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that was, we fired him, because he was trying to make it seem like it was two separate things. I was like, no, they just saying we fired him and we no longer have any ties with him. That's it. Now, where you want to put that in the timeline, that's up to you. But we fired him and we don't, as of right now, me speaking to you, we ain't got no ties with him. Whatever he said, cool, we ain't got no ties with him. You know what I'm saying?
It is par for the course. He should have expected it. His team should have expected it. But I kind of understand Chill saying, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about, because if we think back to the Jonathan Majors case, right? All right, so there was rumors there was a blow up overseas, but we're focusing on this incident that happened in New York. So whatever happened overseas, throw that out. We don't care about it. They told his lawyer, keep it cute, we'll never bring it up. And I think that's the same situation that maybe Chill and Beau is saying, like, okay, I know what happened here. Cut that out. Leave it alone. It has nothing to do with it. We're talking about why you're taking my season 2 credits. I, like Chill said, I'm cool. I did something wrong. Whatever. Whatever. Y'all been letting me tweet. Y'all been letting me talk. I've been at Comic-Con. He's been on panels. Why, when I post this, y'all want to take my credit? And the reality is they want to take your credit because they don't want to be affiliated with you. They don't want you talking about the show. They want to revamp it to keep the stain away for whatever happened. That's what I think. That's how I've seen like corporate America play these games, and that's my feel from it.
I mean, we've seen it, with other businesses and things of that nature. Do you think he did? Is it? I mean, I know you got a little insight from some sources, but do you think it's worse than? I mean, is Marvel putting 2 on the 10 with it and trying to make it seem like it's worse, or do you think that? You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen them cover up stuff way worse than a workplace relationship. You know what I'm saying? And keeping things funky, whether white, black, or indifferent. We've seen that.
It's such a gray situation because especially for me speaking on it, because I do always cover like these cases on assault and power dynamics when you're dealing with, so you may hear what's going on and be like, well, I mean, it's not that bad, but then you may have someone else who would say, yeah, that's kind of messed up. You shouldn't have did that, or y'all shouldn't have did that. Because once again, that's why I brought up about Victoria Alonso being considered like a BITCH, or Jonathan Majors being hard to work with. There's these stigmas that come around, black people or people of color that y'all are now putting this thing on him that like he was hard to work with and he was abusive. Well, what does abusive mean?
Right.
What does that mean? Or even with the whole situation of the egregious findings, that's great, because I might say, yeah, that's kind of egregious. You might be like, I've seen worse. So,
right. And which is fair. Those are fair points. But that's why when I was arguing the point, I said, well, it's a third party out there. Actually, still is third, fourth, fifth, sixth parties, depending on who, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How a person received whatever the act was, you know what I'm saying, whether it be the photos or whether it be the groping or whatever they said that he did. So it's always that third party account that we're not getting, right? Which we're probably not going to get, because like I told Chill, in the NDA, it's actually probably 4 parties involved. It was probably him, the union, the third party who reported it, or those third parties who reported it, and Marvel or Disney, whoever. That's 4 parties involved. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to get anything from that third party or the union, which would have been, that union would have been his representation, his lawyer at the time the NDA or separation agreement happened.
Because that's really the only way you get an answer. Because even if we think about Jonathan Majors and Grace Jabari, it's like, we've heard things. Her lawyer was like, he did this, but until you visually see it, you're like, oh, well, it really wasn't that bad. He was running. Right. So that's why I said, but to her, in her mind, it was egregious. I was scared. I was frightened for my life. So that's why like these situations can be very gray depending on who's looking at it. So
now let me ask you my golden question. Do you show the letter June 13th? Do you put the big joker? Do you play the big joker
to the public?
Yeah. No. You say no?
He's gonna get paid.
Okay. But that's okay. Good. So is this about him getting paid, or is this about him going to the Emmys? Because I asked that question too. What is this? That's what I'm saying. What is the justice for this situation when it comes to him? What does he want out of this? Is it money?
I don't think he I don't think he wants money, but in a lot of situations like that, that's the only way I can be compensated or somewhat made whole. Even though we can say in this situation, if you bring the third or fourth party in, they may say, "Oh, he's the villain," right? Because maybe he did something inappropriate. But he can always say, "Okay, I'm wrong. I shouldn't have did that." I'm now talking about Disney being the villain, saying that I can't even say something. So I think it's a mix. I really don't think in general he wanted compensation. I think kind of like you said, I want to go to the Emmys.
Which is not on Marvel. Which is not on Marvel, by the way.
Yeah, I think I want to go to the Emmys. I want to still keep my name out there for future jobs, which like that's why I said maybe you kind of overplayed your hand with that, because now
now we know.
Yeah. So
now
I think at this point the only option is compensation at this point. Now I just got to get paid, because now I'm probably not
now
gonna work anymore. So now I just got to get paid.
But it's, man, I hate the thing is I hate it for him, because like you said, and that was another thing with me. Like, I do think he overplayed this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we shouldn't even know that this is going. This should just been behind the scenes to me. You know what I'm saying? If you got that letter, because you got it June 13th, we're in August. You know what I'm saying? Now, y'all should have been. This should have been going back and forth since then. Since you got that letter, you should. I don't think he should have took this to Instagram.
Yeah.
Because. And I was trying to get this across to Dre and Chill. Like, Disney is gonna play dirty and nasty. I don't know why y'all act like they supposed to be squeaky clean and play. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, they make the rules, really. You know what I'm saying, in this situation.
Yeah.
Oh, the sources came out. Yeah. What would in a business? What you think you're gonna do? I'm gonna have my direct statement, and then if the goon, then I'm gonna send the goon squad out.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do.
We've seen it. We saw it with Nia DaCosta. We saw it like
So I mean,
what they do,
thinking that they supposed to play nice was you know what I'm saying? Because it kind of seemed like, oh no, they being Disney. They being a company. They being a business.
Yeah,
got to protect my interests. Not especially since you can't. Because I was like, he came out with this. Disney didn't say. I didn't know that they was taking his credits.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know there was no Deadline report or Variety report. Maybe it would have came a little later or whatever.
Yeah. There was an article, and I got to see if I can find it, that they did say they were doing a complete overhaul, and this was before August, so this was like around June. I do
remember that, but he still said that because that was Wonder Bomb. He was speaking on it. They was interviewing him on I think I know the article you were talking about. And he spoke highly of Beau, but he said that they were reworking season 2.
Well, I saw something where it was like it was more so a definite of we scrapping everything. I think when it first came out, it was like, okay, Beau has laid a good groundwork. We're gonna build on it. But then I seen another article that was like, nah, we scrapping all this. We starting over. And I wish I could find it. I think I remember tweeting about it saying, yo, this is kind of messed up, because I wonder if it's now about to feel different. I gotta see.
It's gonna most definitely feel different. Season 2 is not gonna feel like, you know what I'm saying, season 1. This is gonna be trying to think of a show where they last season of Will Smith. Yeah, last season of Fresh Prince, when they brought in light skinned Uncle Viv, you know what I'm saying? Like Aunt Viv. It's gonna be different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it still was a team. It wasn't
found
just
it right
Beau.
here. Found it right here. It was on Deadline.
Send it to me and I'll pull it up.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can send it to you on Twitter.
But you know, it was a team. Hopefully hopefully we get 75%.
Now I don't think I read the details of the article, but I just remember tweeting like, dang, like y'all are really about to kind of like start over. I don't know. Yeah. Let's open it up and see. Ty said none of this would have happened if someone just bought dude a shirt.
Oh, this isn't the link though. This is
or is it just a tweet that I sent?
Yeah, this is just a tweet.
Well, the tweet. Oh, dang. So we would probably have to just search deadline for the article. Then, dang. Yeah, ain't no link in it.
Tweet. Let me see.
But the way it read like Beau DeMayo's work has been revised and completed. So when I saw revised, I'm like, that feels like a removal there. And this was before he came out and said it.
I think this is it. I think I got it.
Because why you even saying Beau DeMayo's work has been revised? Why you just didn't say, hey, season 2 of X-Men 97 has been completed. We ready to move forward.
Right. Let me see. This should be it right here.
She said they about to colonize the whole season.
Colonize the whole season 2. Yeah, they about to colonize it. I mean, it's theirs to colonize. That's the thing. It is there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, here it is. X-Men 97. Matthew Chauncey set as the new writer for season 3 of Marvel animated series at Disney Plus. See, Matthew Chauncey's been tapped to write season 3 Marvel Animation revival of the classic 90s animated series. Chauncey succeeds Beau DeMayo, who parted ways with Marvel earlier this year, ahead of X-Men 97's March 20th premiere. After completing work on both season 1 and 2, Chauncey will work alongside director Jake Castorina, who has been the animated follow-up from the start. Larry Houston, Eric, and Julia Lewald, executive produced on the X-Men original animated series, will remain as consulting producer. Season 2 of the revival, whose scripts have reportedly been revised, is in production. There you go.
What does that word mean?
In development.
What does revised mean? Let's look up the definition of that.
It could mean anything.
What does revised mean? Does that mean that y'all, because okay, if we're putting the timeline together, he said he got an email June 13th that said, hey, we're removing your credits. And so this article comes out July 9th that says it's been revised.
Yep, July 9th. Not just revised, it's already in production. So it's been done. Like, it's revised in production. We've done it already. That's how, at least that's how I'm reading it. I don't know if,
we need to look up the definition.
We revised it. That shit is in production.
What does revised mean?
I got you right here. Revised. Adjective of written or printed matter having been altered or corrected. A revised edition of a novel having been reconsidered and amended. The revised approach would tackle many of the issues highlighted. Let's see. As a verb, revise as a verb is re-examine and make alterations to written or printed matter. The book was published in 1960 and revised in 1968. So basically, we reconsidering this dude.
Okay, so this goes back to what this goes back to what you just said. All right. This is July 9th. Y'all are telling me that it's already been revised and in production. So y'all been had plans on doing this.
No, we are not playing. We've done it already.
So that goes back to what I was saying. Y'all was letting this guy kind of rock out, and on June 13th, before this article came out, y'all went ahead and say, look, we tired of you posting Cyclops pictures with your nipples out. We taking you off. Y'all are using that to take him off, but y'all been done.
Well, okay, let me play devil's advocate. Okay. Did they just send him a letter notifying him that, hey, you're no longer going to be credited on season 2?
I guess we don't know, but maybe.
Said, you know what? We don't know that.
Because my question is, why am I not being credited? Why did y'all take me off? What did I do?
Well, this is how.
What did I do?
With me being right, what did I do? I get it. But with me being the studio, the owner of said property, I don't have to go with your script for season 2. I don't have to do that. So that's why I'm right. So, and I'm legally within my right to say, Tina, your shit was dope for season 1, season 2. I ain't using your shit.
But that's why we got to go back to that separation agreement. Was there something in that agreement that said, "Hey, I'm the EP on season 1, season 2. I'm the writer on season 1, season 2. We cool. We gonna sign off. I'm straight." Was that in there? Revise means colonize.
Come on now.
So if I'm Beau's lawyer, I need to see what's in that separation agreement, and my argument is gonna be, okay, I need to subpoena y'all, and I need to know when this revision took place. When did y'all make this decision, and why did y'all let him rock out for 6 months, and y'all send him an email on the 13th saying, "All right, we're taking you off."
That's if they took him off because of the post.
No, let's say they didn't take him off because of the post. Let's say they just woke up and said, "We taking you off."
Right.
Why?
But do they need a reason?
Yes, I need a reason, especially if I signed an agreement. Let's say the separation agreement is, "Hey, Beau, we letting you go. We're not gonna tell any other studios about what happened. We done paid the person or people off. They're good. They're gonna go on about their business. You go on about your business. Please don't say anything else about Marvel or X-Men. You will be on season 1, season 2. You'll be getting credits."
Okay, you saying that they saying we're letting you rock.
Yeah.
In the NDA, they saying we're gonna let you keep 1 and 2. Cool.
Yeah.
After that,
because I imagine if I'm his attorney or if I'm a part of the Writers Guild or whatever, whoever's supporting him. Okay, is season 2 done? Is he still going to be on there? Yeah, we're going to keep him on season 2 because when I signed my contract said I had season 1 through 3.
Right.
Now I didn't make it to 3, so I'm cool. I can't get credits on 3, but I done rocked out 1 and 2.
Now, what if they just scrap? What if they scrapped X-Men 97? And I'm just talking hypothetically. What if you know what I'm saying? That they just say, we're going a whole different direction. We're going to do Spider-Man 97 now or 98.
So it depends.
Season 2 it depends. Spider-Man 98.
It depends on how the contract's set up. Is the contract set up where, like they do directors sometime, okay, you're about to do this movie or we're going to sign you to 2 movies. Here's your check. You good to go. So did he get paid up front or are they saying we're paying you afterwards? Right. So if I done got paid and y'all done killed it, okay, I'm cool. I got paid. It didn't get done. But no, nigga, y'all are still doing season 2 and our agreement says that season 2 is done and in the can and now y'all revising it. Why? Just go ahead and say we revising it because we don't want to be bothered with you.
We ain't fucking with cuz. But like,
just say that. Just say that.
The same because he worked on Blade also, right? The script. They didn't like his. For all we know, they didn't like his script. His script wasn't used. Is that can that be the same? You know what I'm saying?
It depends.
I'm looking at this kind of the same way. Like we just not using your script, homeboy.
But see,
we colonizing this shit. Columbus.
It depends. It depends because I'm sure you done been around rappers. You've been in the studio. If y'all got one line that I wrote in that new Blade movie, I better have a writer's credit on it. If Blade pulls out his sword and says "Hammer Time" and I wrote that line, I better have my name on it. I need to get paid. So that's why I say it's a lot of gray areas because we don't know what's in that agreement. But I imagine if I've already wrote season 1 and 2. I'm leaving the show saying, okay, hey, I wrote season 1 and 2. I'm in here. And 6 months later, you told me, hey, you not. Why? Right.
No, he's got every right to fight for his credits. It's just as I look through the timeline of the events, he just didn't seem like he cared about them credits more than he cared about the Emmys to me. Can you expound on it? Do you see what I see?
I think it's everything.
Everything. Okay.
I feel like it's. I mean, because you're married, you're in a relationship. Sometimes okay, all right. Today, Blue ain't take the trash out. I'm gonna let it go. Okay. Tomorrow, when you get home, you left your shoes in the living room. Okay. Friday when you get home, you done drop your shorts off. Okay, I'm tired of you dropping your damn shorts off, but it's not the shorts, it's everything. So now I'm going to complain about everything.
Yeah, but
because it could be, okay, it could be kind of like Chill said, I'm going to play nice. I know the Emmy nominations are coming. Okay, I'm going to play nice. I'm not going to disparage you guys. I'm not going to say nothing. Emmy nominations come out, cool. He is really, look, he is really
like, we
serious.
nominated. He said, we nominated. And they like, no,
he is
nominated.
really serious about that Gambit episode. He don't play about that Gambit episode now.
He knew he had one. He knew he had one with that one.
That wasn't no co-writers. That's his. Right. That's mine. That's mine.
He knew he had it. Yeah.
So I think he's like, okay, June, y'all already told me y'all gonna remove my writer's credit. Okay. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm reaching out to you. Can we work something out with the Emmys? Can we do so? I'm still playing nice. I still ain't put y'all on blast from June. Can we work something out with the Emmys? They probably not getting no response from Marvel. They ain't getting nothing back. So I imagine he's probably reaching out to the Emmys directly. They probably saying, hey, talk to the studio.
Well, I read who does it. Emmys send out the invites. Not Marvel don't. Emmys does it.
They send the invites directly to I don't know about that.
I got it directly off their website.
And let me tell you why I don't know about that, because For the Color Purple, the girl who played young Celie, I think she was nominated, and she put up a tweet because all the cast was on the red carpet, and she said something along the lines of, I'm nominated and it's crazy that I'm not even there. So I don't know. That might be true, but I've seen like people complain about not being there.
Right. But it's like you having a party. Like I explained to you having a party, because all the Emmys is a big party. You know what I'm saying? It's a big party. You pull up the invites. Now, if it's a company who's coming to your party, you send the invites to the company, and maybe they dish it out to the people who's supposed to, come. I can see that. I can see them sending all the invites to Marvel.
Right.
If it's 6 people, out of the nomination, the group of people who's going to be on the award, because he's not going to be the solo one on the award, it'll be, the other producers, stuff like that.
Yeah, Kevin Feige and everybody.
So, and they send, if it's 10 people who was associated with that award, they send 10, and Marvel might call and say, hey man, we want Iger there, we want yada, yada, yada. So can you give us 5 extra tickets or whatever? You know what I'm saying? I can see that happening. But initially, the Emmys send that out to Marvel, right? Now, like you said, if he called Marvel and say, hey man, what my goddamn ticket? I know they sent you a ticket. You know what I'm saying? I can see that. Yeah. But it's, the Emmys, because he said, I'm getting my people to reach out. If his people reached out and said, hey man, the Emmys did send it to Marvel and you got to go holler at Feige or Iger or whoever over there. You know what I'm saying? Then I don't see why they just can't say, all right, man, your ticket's in the mail. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we not paying for the festivities that Marvel is doing. You're not
coming. But I think there still would be some type of, we got to have an arrangement, because I can't be sitting in seat 50 and y'all in seat 2 and y'all got to wait on me to walk to the front and we got to stand up here shoulder to shoulder like we cool with each other. I think they don't want to be affiliated with him, because let's say it's the worst case in the world. He did something completely egregious. Of course they're not going to want to stand on the stage with him. So,
but see, that's what kind of gets me, like, I know we're not, the question, we're not supposed to ask what he did. We're away from that. We just talk about his credits. But what did he do to where Marvel is like, we want to separate from this guy?
Well, like I said, it don't take much. Do you see what they did to Victoria Alonso?
True, but I mean, this is, because
Ty said some breaking news. Ty, what dropped, Ty?
What? Yeah, is it on this? Because Ty come in and hit me with a cane. What drop, Ty? But no, I would like to, you know what I'm saying? Even because if it was amicable and it was clean, you know what I'm saying? He like we said, he was still talking Marvel, he was still talking X-Men business. So in my eyes, if I'm shut up, man.
Oh, Ty, I thought it was really something.
In my eyes, as a business person, if you did, you know what I'm saying? But this goes back to the third party because I got to appease that third party also. So maybe I could, what I'm about to say, I guess might not stick, but if I'm Marvel, he can still come through if all he did was be mean to, you know what I'm saying? Be mean to somebody. But if the third party is like, oh, fuck no, if y'all let this motherfucker come through and I can't come through, you know, because now I got to appease him and him or her or whoever. You see what I'm saying?
But I feel like we've seen it, right? We've seen it with R. Kelly. We've seen it with Weinstein. We've seen these people sign these NDAs. These and studios, y'all know what they done.
Right.
Y'all y'all got the victim paid off to not to say nothing. Y'all still walk up there holding hand. And those are like super egregious. Like we talking about child egregious.
Yeah.
I don't think what he did is R. Kelly level. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. So, they can eat, and that's what. See, we on the same page. If I'm, why would I not go up there, accept the award, make him happy, and shoo him? You know what I'm saying? Especially if I know I'm about to take his credits away. I'm finna take this fucking credits away. I'm finna shoo him away. Go. You know what I'm saying? Come on to the Emmys, dog. But you know what I'm saying? It's like spoonful of sugar to make the medicine go down. You know what I'm saying? Like here, you can come and get this take this shiny shit and go sit your ass down. Season 2,
because
we popping, baby.
I think because since the reports say there are multiple people involved, let's say there was one person that was immediately involved, that person's been taken care of. Disney now takes the risk of when we walk on that stage Saturday night, who's going to get on Twitter and say, kind of like how they did Jonathan Majors, the guy who tweeted months before everything happened, like, everybody's celebrating this guy. Wait till this bat. So I think if I'm putting my Disney hat on, if I'm Disney, no, right. You can't walk
But that's
up.
if he did something, it's got to be bad, though. That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't have to be bad.
No. Because with the Jonathan Majors thing, he already had something bad attached to him. You know what I'm saying? With the whole because DV is big. No matter, like we said, once we saw the video, we was like, oh, get the fuck out of here. But the word DV is bad. So as soon as that comes out, everybody like, oh my God, DV. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know nothing with this.
Right.
So if he was going back to what you said, it could have been the smallest thing. He was just mean on the set, right? If he was just mean on the set and that person was like, nah, man, y'all won't believe this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He called me, boop, 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 boop. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Ain't nobody gonna be, man, just go sit your non-tweeting ass, Twitter fingers, go sit. I don't think it would be that. You see what I'm saying? I really don't. But if he did something bad, now I see Marvel like, oh.
But what is, like I said, it's not R. Kelly bad. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe a step down, 2 steps down. You know what I'm saying?
Once again, that is going to be dependent on who the
victim is.
Victims are. Right. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so if we look at the article is saying there was text messages sent out. Okay, I'm a gay woman. If he sent me a text message and he's dressed up like Cyclops with his nipples out, I'm hitting him up like, oh, this is cool. Yeah, I see the vision. Right. But if he sent it to you, you might be like, man, what this gay nigga on?
I'm like, why? But see, that's...
So to me, I'm like, hey, it don't bother me, but all it takes is for Blues to be like, I'm not with this. Bro. Like, I'm getting this frequently.
Yeah, he keeps sending it to me. Like, why you keep sending this to me? One time accident, there's a group chat. I get, all right, you got it, dog. But now it's now you, to me, like, why you think I want this? You know what I'm saying? Chill was trying to say that he was sending it for, or you know what I'm saying, sending it for inspirational reasons. Even then, I was like,
isn't that what I sent you? Didn't I send you a message and I said, look, if there's a situation where he's modeling, other people are modeling, and I'm saying, hey, this is my vision for Magneto. This is my vision for this. Okay, I get it, but why are you texting me 1:00 in the morning? Like,
right. But I don't want my boss sending me, because it's inspiration online. It's models we can bring in to actual model that. I don't need my buff ass boss sending me.
Once again, I get it. To you, it's like hell no, but to me, I'm like, okay, I can see you. So it's like, where is that? Like, you are the boss, so maybe you should know certain things are inappropriate. In his mind, he might be like, this just me. This is what I
This
do.
is how I
Maybe
get
I
down.
don't. Maybe
Mm.
maybe you're sexualizing me. I'm not sexualizing
Now,
myself.
if
You know.
this is what I will say. If in the text thread or in the email he says that you know, if it's because the thing is, was this professional? Or was this just random ass pictures? Because if it was in a professional manner saying, hey, use this for inspiration, then that, to me, that covers it. Yeah, I might not like it, but he's just trying to help me out. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't,
Right.
now it's not, I don't feel like, it's still weird, but I don't feel nasty about it. Okay, dog,
Yeah,
I get it. You like your body, you want to show your body off, and you think you're the perfect model for fucking Colossus. I got it. Cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what you put in the, hey, all my people, all the art department, I'm a add some pics of myself in various poses that I think should, you know what I'm saying, help with these things. He might even send some rough sketches himself. I don't know. Right? Cool. I'm with all that. I think that in a professional manner works. I don't think that would be above board, and you know what I'm saying? Or I'm sorry, below board. That I don't think that'd be bad. But if it's just, I wait, you know, I come to the office, I check my email, and it's just him posed up. Like, hold on. Did you get Sam? Check your email, dog. I just want to see something. Like, nah, bro, that ain't.
Hey, this is those gray areas of when you put people in charge of things and they run their ship this way. And that may be how they run their ship. And some people might be like, this is kind of weird.
Right.
This is
I'm gonna let you take over my job of taking Beau's pictures, man. You got it. Seems like you want to take over the job, man. You want to take over the job.
Because once again, let's reference back to Diddy, right? Okay. Cassie doesn't say nothing. Cassie's pretty quiet. Diddy overplays his hand like a dummy. Yeah. Floodgates come open, right? So you hear everything he's done to her. Okay. Right. Now you got 10 other people saying 10 different things. So it could have been, okay, one person said, hey, you know, this is a little weird. HR opens an investigation, and then you have 10 different people with 10 different experiences saying, well, no, but one time he, you know, maybe he did brush against me, or one time, you know, I did get a text message at 3:00 in the morning. So now Disney has this case of like, okay.
Right. Now it seems it's getting a little worse. Shit, on. Shit, I lost my. Oh, that's what it was. So do you feel it was worth it to have those floodgates open? Because like y'all said, even with the lawyer, yeah, he did some shit. He fucked up. Like, and it's, you know what I'm saying? He did some shit. But we want these credits. Like, is it worth the, you know, open up the door? If I'm Beau, I guess we answered the question, because now it's just about money. Now let me just get the money because I did fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Because I did let people know, you know what I'm saying, that they sent me a letter. That's because, and I think that's why it's bad.
It depends on what you individually want to fight for. Me, maybe I would have said, all right, I'm coming off of the high of X-Men 97. Everybody is loving me. I'm not going to get my writer's credit on season 2. I'll take the L. I'm finna hit up Tyler Perry. I'm finna hit somebody up, and I'm finna just get back working. He might feel like, I already know y'all been calling other companies, talking about me behind my back, so I might as well just blow it up and just at least let me get $50,000 or something out of it. So it's a personal decision. And honestly, he can align himself with, and I'm sure his lawyers is about to do this, align himself with the Victoria Alonsos, the Scarlett Johanssons. You can't really do Jonathan Majors because, you know, it was guilty in a court of law, but you have all these different lawsuits that Disney has had to settle because maybe y'all approved something and now you're backtracking. Same with the arbitration with the restaurant. Y'all was holding strong a couple days ago, and now it's like, all right, we my bad. We finna.
I knew that was, but I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. I knew that.
If it wouldn't have went public, they would have held strong to that. But if it wouldn't have went public,
right? If it wouldn't, but no, that's what I'm saying. Once it went public, I knew they was like, oh, wait, what? They probably don't even know what's in that Disney Plus fucking.
You got a legal team that handles that. They look at them cases and say, let me search the archive, see if he got. This is easy out. He already signed up for arbitration.
But right, and I think Iger was like, oh, he signed up. Wait, that's in Disney Plus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, and I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that because we like to make these corporations out to be just the most immoral, corrupt people in the world, but it's some morality in there somewhere,
it's
right?
not. They are, and I work for
it's
one.
made up of
They're
people,
not.
though, right? Ain't Tina? You worked there. When you worked in corporate, you was immoral.
I still work in corporate. These people do not care.
I'm talking you. It's got to be one person. If you was,
look, no matter if I care. No matter if I care, there's a machine that's bigger than me. It is a machine,
but you know, you can always turn the power off every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Hiccup. You know
but because what the machine is gonna say. Okay, let me give you an example. A couple years ago, I worked in leadership with DirecTV, right? So DirecTV has in their contracts. I don't know if you have them or not. If you decide not to return your equipment, we finna bust you in the head for $1,000. They didn't care. They didn't care if your mama just died. They didn't care if you finna buy a house, and we don't care. You signed it. So
I mean, you did, and I need my $1,000, like 50 said.
Yeah. So Disney could be the same way. When you signed up for Disney Plus, if you do not read those terms and conditions that say if you have any issues with us, it goes to arbitration. That's on you. We covered ourselves.
No, I do believe that. I'm talking about once it went public. I'm saying once it went public, I believe somebody was like, "Oh shit, this really don't look good. This is bad.
It don't look good. They don't care that it doesn't look good for the customer. They don't care about the customer. It don't look good for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's what I'm not talking. No, the customer's never right.
But that's what I'm saying. There's no morality in it. They're not doing it because it's morally right. They're doing it because we don't want to lose shareholders. We don't want our stock down. Morally would be take care of this, man. Y'all, the restaurant was on you guys' property. Your sign is out front. Give him $500,000 so he can go on by himself.
Actually, I mean, all they asked was excess of 50. So shit, they could have lowballed them with the 50 and told them to go on by their.
Pay him, because once again, back to Diddy and Cassie. All she probably wanted was $9 million, and now you probably got to end up paying 50 because you're stupid.
Right. Just because and all this shit that came out. Now you done killed Kim Porter and Tupac and everybody else. You know, which ain't funny. You know, that ain't funny. But now you the biggest murderer. You know, you the hip hop serial killer around here, man. Yeah. So,
hey, the homie Alvin Gray got the movie coming out called African American Psycho. It'll be out in a couple weeks. About Diddy.
About Diddy.
I say you hell, boy. Call that boy African American Psycho.
Alvin Gray don't play. He do not play. African American Psycho.
I think that's what he said it's called.
I'm with you on that. You're right. You signed up, arbitrated, and we'll see. Right? We'll see.
Yeah.
But once it became public, but that's why I think but shit. I think he might be able to get a little bit more, like not the whole thing, but at least because right now public perception of him is bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he has the leverage. You know what I'm saying? Like
you don't have leverage with the public, but his lawyer, like I said, his lawyer gonna pull up all these cases that's gonna make Disney. When you're submitting this to the jury, and they can say they did this person wrong, this person wrong, this person wrong, because what his lawyer is gonna argue. We not talking about why he got fired. Don't even bring that in here. Right. We talking about why y'all took his credits away and why you don't want him to talk about Marvel or X-Men ever again. We don't care what he did.
That's if it goes to court. I don't think this goes to court. I think this gets
they'll end. Still, when you go through the litigation, you gotta have a mediator in there to argue.
Yeah. But I'm talking about like jury. I don't think it's going to a jury court. That's what I mean. Like, I don't think
what Chill said.
Chill said the reason what Beau did was egregious has to do with his skin. Harvey wasn't Beau. Who brought up? We brought up Harvey. Somebody said
Beau wasn't Harvey.
Oh, Gabrielle Union. I'm Chill. I got you, Chill. I got you. My Canadian brother up north. Gabrielle Union, like her situation, right? Who else? It was Gabrielle Union, Megyn Kelly,
Michael Jackson, Lemon, Octavia. He got Don paid too?
Yeah, Don Lemon.
Oh, yeah, both gonna get paid.
But what I'm saying is that's what it's gonna be. It's just money. So that's what I mean. What Beau now is just looking for money. He still ain't going to the Emmys, and he still ain't gonna have his right to credit. at the end of
But
the day. You know
look,
what I'm saying?
if I could walk
But
out with $1 million or $2 million, I might be
yeah, I
alright.
guess
I might be. I might be alright.
and I mean,
I need
I
to call my
just
brother Tyler Perry and be like, Tyler, you need to have a rehabilitation center for all the black talent
for all
that
the
keeps
black
getting
talent.
messed up. They need to go back through a course, and we got to get them back
Tyler Perry don't
working.
like highbrow Negroes. He don't like highbrow Negroes. So I don't know if he gonna, you know what I'm saying? Do it. I was like, what is the highbrow? I don't even, I'm like, what the fuck is the highbrow? Am I highbrow? I like your stuff, but I think you repetitive and keep doing the same thing. Am I now a highbrow Negro?
If you holding them eyebrows like this, I guess that's what Tyler's saying.
All right, Tyler. You know, he didn't say Sedidia. I'm like, highbrow. I ain't never heard that one. That's good. I like it.
I didn't even read that article. Was he talking about us or was he talking about critics? I think he was talking about the critics because he got like a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. But I guess the critics ain't Negroes, so he probably
they ain't the Negroes. He talking about us. He talking about people on Twitter, like, you know what I'm saying? The thing is, I don't think you should have said that because we support like Tyler. You getting the plays. We just telling you, we tired of playing your like we want to play something different. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You keep coming out with the Macarena. Hey, Macarena, like you're doing a remix. We tired of hearing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna play it because it's a bop.
It's
I
Tyler.
guess.
Yeah, we gonna rock with you.
Come on, we telling you, we gonna play you regardless. We want to see some different shit. You still gonna get the plays. You know what I mean? Like you still gonna get the plays. I don't get it.
He gonna get him a little check. He gonna get him.
He gonna get a mad. I think, but that's the thing. I think he's gonna get a. But in the article that I sent you, sometimes this lawyer overplays the spectacle, and he loses cases because he goes a little too far. You know what I'm saying? And above, especially when there's nothing there. One dude is suing him now. And I don't want to talk really. Well, I guess it's already out, but he does have a history of sexual assault on his jacket back in 89 or something like that, 88, 89. And nobody took it was 3. It was him and 2 other dudes. There was no liability found, but he had to pay 40 grand or something like that. All three of the defendants paid 40 grand in a settlement, which don't necessarily mean that that they did anything, but you know what I'm saying? It's on his jacket. That's all I'm saying. It's on his jacket. And he's being sued right now by a dude who said he lost the case, you know, because of the craziness and all of that. So it can go either way. It can go. I don't know if you was watching his statement that he released yesterday.
Did you? The lawyer or what?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't released yesterday, but the streamer.com released it yesterday. Was it either yesterday or the day before?
Mr. Mo.
Yeah, your guy, Mr. Mo. But that statement to me just didn't seem like it represented Beau in the right light to me.
Right.
How do you feel about it?
So when I glanced at it, I mean, I didn't like it, of course, but also we don't know what it was in context to. Like it's bits and pieces missing. But like you said, as an attorney, you know better than to say certain things because people can pick apart what they want and create a story. So, hey.
Because I don't like I told Chill that last, hey, don't this shit is false. Don't print this shit. Have a good night. That's what should have been. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, as a lawyer, because as I'm watching this YSL case, sometimes you just need to shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like DA Love is just putting her foot in her mouth every fucking direction she going. You know what I'm saying? Like stick to the points or don't stick to the points. If there's no point to be made, back away and move on to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel he made a point in the right direction for Beau in that statement.
Yeah. And I'm just curious on can you even post that email in an article, like sections from it? I guess maybe you can. If not, we'll know. He'll get a cease and desist, take it down if you have to. But that was a little weird too. Because
he said I reached out to him in a journalistic manner. He didn't say, hey, I'm just Mo from, or I'm just Mo, yada yada. Hey, can you answer this? He said, I'm Mo from the stream. You know what I'm saying? Like this wasn't an off the record situation.
Okay, got it.
As that's how I read it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
even they asked, some people in the chat was like, can you print that? And
Yeah.
if I'm coming to you as press,
Right,
yeah,
right,
I can
right.
print it. I'm coming to you as press, freedom of
Yeah.
press. You know what I'm saying? You talking to me, and you know I'm press.
Yeah.
So that's how I took it anyway.
Yeah, that definitely could have been worded a lot better, but
Yeah,
look, you dealing with old rich white men. They used to talking to people crazy, so
crazy. Yeah.
he probably thought this is a little site. It's not gonna get a lot of clicks,
Right.
and they probably looked at the site and researched it. And once again, you overplaying your hand a little bit, or maybe he didn't, because I don't see nobody really talking about it too much. But maybe, I mean, us.
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen like a lot of people pick up on the story of the
Of the
streamer.
boat. Yeah. Well, even this whole boat, even the Beau DeMayo situation don't seem as big. And that's another thing. When I first was talking about it, I kind of thought like Marvel looked at Beau like small, but like that situation was small, and we just trying to move on. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that happened, but I don't give a fuck. We just got Deadpool and Wolverine just broke $1 billion. I just did Inside Out 2. Like, I'm trying to get my shit back on track. Beau, give a damn about no Emmys, dog. Go. Go buy a ticket, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to go. You know, like, I'm trying to do this. So is this gonna blow? Is it gonna blow up in Disney's face, or is it gonna blow up in Beau's face? That's
I mean, it always blows up in the small person's face because you're dealing with a giant. So
right.
It's gonna hurt him at the end. So that's why, hopefully, the only thing you can kind of get is a little bit of civil liability if there's something funky in the NDA, or if he signed on for 2 seasons and now y'all hitting me with we going in a different direction. I mean, I don't know. We just got to see how this one plays out. That's why I said it's very gray. It depends on what his lawyer is arguing. And I think it's going to disappear because with Victoria Alonso, like, her settlement happened like Diddy and Cassie within a couple weeks. It went away. We ain't never heard from Victoria Alonso ever again. I don't know where she at. Don't know where sis at.
She went back down and wrote that book or whatever book she was writing. Didn't she write a book on Disney or something like that?
I don't know. I ain't heard that.
She wrote a book or something. I thought she was writing a book on Disney or something. I don't know. Her time at Disney, like
I definitely read it.
Being a Latino gay woman working at Disney or something like that. It was about. I thought that's what she was. But no, I mean, but it's the paper bag, the brown bag money that he's gonna get from Disney. Is that worth having a 25, 30 year career? Because now, I mean, maybe he get the brown bag money. Maybe shit died down. Maybe he does get back to working and writing and doing things like that, or maybe he don't. Like you said, that's the risk you take. Is the maybe he gets 5-6 mil? Is that gonna be worth it? Living in California, doing the things that Beau does, I don't know if that stretches too long. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he'll get that much.
You don't think you're gonna get that much? Oh, what's okay? Now we got a pocket watch. Now, how much we looking at? How much you think we looking at?
So let's see if the argument is okay. So it depends on the argument. Am I arguing for the season 2 credits, or am I arguing for you're taking my freedom of speech away, or is it both? If it's both, maybe, because those season 2 credits are going to be more valuable than
right. I think
what his lawyer is saying. Well, his lawyer isn't saying that. His lawyer is saying the freedom of speech.
I know that, but that's what I'm saying. It's that don't, to me, that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really got to, the freedom of speech thing, you really got to prove that he has no wiggle room to say anything about Marvel. You got to prove that that's bad in the NDA, and he was not supposed to sign that. I don't know how easy it is or how hard it is to prove that. The season 2 credits, I think, is a better arguable thing because it's more tangible. It's a letter. You know what I'm saying? Like, take that shit. Yeah. Oh, shit, I don't even know if it was take that shit down or not. It was just we taking your credits, motherfucker, because of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it was that.
It don't sound like it was a takedown or a cease and desist, because it's still up, right?
Blank. If it's as simple as, hey, dog, season 2 over with, this post right here, you see this shit, we didn't like it. If it was that, then I can argue that in court, or I think me and you can go to court and argue that. You know what I'm saying? This freedom of speech situation, maybe not so much, because I think that's real. Like you said, that's great. That's hella great. That's like non-existent
But it depends.
foggy.
If that NDA says, hey, for the next 5 years, you cannot say anything about Blade, Marvel, Wakanda Forever, T'Challa, period. I would have an argument that this company is too big to tell me that I can't even tweet or talk to my friends about this. This is crazy.
Do you think that's too? So you would think that that's too restrictive?
Yes,
That's too restrictive. Okay, no, I'm just
only because of how big the
brand is.
The brand
Like,
is
that's
now.
an everyday talk.
Yeah. If it's me and you and we're working on Blue's House movie and we fall out and you say, hey, never say anything about Blue's House movie, we can do that because it's not a huge brand that it's a conversation that's constantly going on. Hey, I'm going to the movies. You're telling me I can't tweet and say I just enjoyed Deadpool and Wolverine. Like what?
No, okay. I'm with you on that. If he can't say anything Marvel or Disney related, that is a little too restrictive. And I do think that would be not be, you know what I'm saying? They would have to rip that up. Yeah, unenforceable. But what about if it was just X-Men 97?
That make him work.
You see what I'm saying? If it was just X-Men 97. Like you can speak on X-Men, like this comic book, the X-Men, but X-Men, the property of X-Men 97, which is what you worked on, you can't speak on. So I don't want to hear shit about Morph coming back, you know what I'm saying, and all of that.
I can see that because then you can tie X-Men 97 directly to the reason for firing. You were on this project. We want to just, but if you saying I can't talk about Marvel, I can't post a picture of Cyclops, like what? Right. I can't stand up like you said. I can't dress up as Magneto for Halloween. Like what? No. What do y'all mean?
No, because Magneto wears clothes, man. What you doing?
You must ain't see Magneto in his drawers on that.
I saw it. I was like, what is going on? Why is he just had clothes on? Why would who stripped him of his clothes and put him on the X? That's what I want to know. Like who did?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. So I was in this, I'm in this chat with like a bunch of other nerds or whatever. And I'm probably like the only black person. There's probably like a couple more black people in there. And every week I'm tweeting, I'm like, yo, this show is so homoerotic. I love it. And they're like, what? You want to make everything so gay? I'm like, I'm gay. It's so obvious. I see everything that y'all are not seeing. And when it finally came out about the Morph stuff, I had already told them, I'm like, look, Morph like Wolverine. No, he don't. Da, 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 da. It comes out.
I mean, you can tell that from the first episode.
No. What
you talking about?
Did you not see the backlash of people like arguing about Morph and Wolverine? And
talking about before it came out?
Well, before Beau, because remember, Beau had to come out and say, hey, this is what it is. It is a romantic situation.
Or you talking about throughout the season? Yeah, I saw that. I saw people, but I mean, once I knew Beau was involved, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like people as a writer and an artist, I don't necessarily agree with it, but they do it. Writers, you know what I'm saying, insert themselves. I don't necessarily think it's always, especially if a character's already established, you know what I'm saying? But they do it. And Morph, how I grew up knowing Morph, you changed them to this. And I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I didn't necessarily have a problem with it because he also said that Wolverine isn't gonna.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wolverine, you know, even in the comics, they trying to make Wolverine get down with Cyclops and Jean. And I'm like, that ain't how Wolverine. He ain't never. Wolverine is from the, late 1800s. He ain't rocking with no dude like that. That just ain't in,
Not you saying gay people didn't exist in the 1800s.
That ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying the way he was, like back then, the popular thing in media wasn't that. That's all. I ain't saying that. No, gay people been here for, you know what I'm saying? Salute to y'all. I'm just saying that the popular notion in media at the time, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature wouldn't have him, with the Brokeback Mountain. It just wouldn't be rocking that way.
Yeah, but I'm like, this show is so homoerotic. Like every week, I'm like, y'all didn't catch this, y'all didn't catch that, and it was like,
you was like Dwayne Wade. I love it.
I was like, I love it. Like, so interesting.
I say it wasn't invented to the 90s.
But yeah, they was in the chat. They was like, "You want to make everything gay?" I'm like, "This show is probably the gayest thing I've ever seen Marvel put out. This is the
It is.
gayest
But
thing
see,
ever."
that goes back. But see, that goes back to my argument about, you know what I'm saying? Because Beau was trying to make it seem like he posted that gay pride, you know, during Pride Month, and this is the reason why they took it from him. And I'm like, Beau, you just did the gayest show underneath the radar on
The
people,
absolute gayest show ever.
and goddamn near 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. People love your gay shit.
But he's playing the Disney game. He's playing like, okay, y'all want me to remove my credits. I'm gonna say you did it because I'm black and gay. Same thing Victoria Alonso did.
Right,
Y'all took me off the movie because y'all fired me because y'all said I worked on a movie. No, y'all fired me because I'm gay and I'm a bitch. That's why y'all fired me. And I'm Latina, yeah. So you trying to say Latinas have a stereotype of being spicy, and I'm gay. So yes,
I get it. Play the cards you dealt. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like it, but I get it. Because I be wanting people to
better
stand on
play
their
'em.
shit. No,
you better play them.
What I mean by is I be wanting people to stand on their shit. Like when it comes to like with Victoria Alonso, you know what I'm saying, for instance, like Victoria, you know, yeah, they probably did tell you that shit, but you high up enough to know that they ain't really mean that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I think at the end of the day, you leaving to go work on this, I don't know, you might have worked on that shit for 3 days. You know what I'm saying? But then to come back and everything that's under you on your title is kind of in disarray. And we going through from Chapek to Iger, and somebody got to fall on the sword, and it ain't normally a EP that falls on the sword, right? It's normally Tina from accounting. Your job is done. Blue from the water guy, you know what I'm saying, who delivers the water on set. Like, nah, your contractors, we found another distributor. You know what I'm saying? It's normally things like that, but it's just, I don't know. Even with the boat, like Beau, I don't know if I would have opened I don't know if I'm opening that door for these credits for season 2.
Yeah.
What if season 2 ain't even good?
I still want to get paid.
What if it ain't got no replay value?
I think this is the test. If y'all are, because when it originally came out that there was doing, you know, a new writer, that writer or either Winterbaum, one of them came out and said, look, Beau's DNA is on this. We are, you know, building on what he has. So I would be cool because I'm like, okay, y'all still using my DNA. But when you tell me, nah, we stripping it all, then I wouldn't care if it's trash. I want to get paid though. Gambit better not say one word I wrote.
Welcome to North America, baby.
and that, even that's gonna be tricky because the way y'all ended it is kind of like, you know, like Game of Thrones or something. There has to be an obvious continuation. So you're clearly using my ideas of the continuation, even if you take my writer's credit away. So,
but that's executive. But that's what I mean.
Yeah, for the EP,
he's still EP. He's still EP. And I think that's the leg that Disney is probably standing on. Like, well, he's still EP,
right?
But we are rewriting the season. So why, you know, I think it's well within our purview to do so. I mean, they can give him, you know, they can give him credit. They can say, yeah, and small print Beau DeMayo. You know, they can do that. Or they can be like, fuck all that. We don't have, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to write an extra check to this guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Susan down at the accountant got to write an extra check, send it out every month to Beau DeMayo. You know what I'm saying?
Well, say that when you fire me in March, say, look, what you did was egregious. We don't want nothing to do with you. Season 2, we don't do nothing. Nothing.
That go back to standing on your shit. But once again, we don't know the paper. Maybe they did tell him that shit. Or maybe March, April, May, you know, May, June-ish, they was like, do we want to rewrite this shit? Maybe as they was building the shit, maybe it became something else. Because that's another thing too. Maybe as they was revising, it became something else. You know what I'm saying? And it's no longer Beau DeMayo's DNA on it.
Yeah.
And maybe those writers was like, man, I ain't trying to share no credits with Beau. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing.
But baby, if that contract say that I it was my DNA and I finished it. That's what y'all told me.
He got the argument. He got the argument. I'm just saying, maybe that's why the letter was sent out.
Yeah.
I don't think the letter was sent out because he went over whatever the NDA is. I just don't think it was that.
Oh, I definitely think it's that.
You think it's that? I really don't. I just don't.
I think that's the reason they use, but I don't think that's why they sent the letter. Like I said, I think they want to cut ties. They have found a reason, and this is the reason. We don't want to move forward with you. We don't want you tweeting about the show. We don't want you talking about how you decided to do Gambit and zombie draws. We don't want to deal with you no more.
Both gonna show up at the Emmys uninvited and go ham. That's what's about to happen.
Friend, if you want to go to the Emmys, I'll go with you. Just let me know. We can go. We may not be sitting down there with the people, so we might have to work something else out. Run on stage and crash it because okay, this is my thing. What if they win? What are they gonna say? We're sorry, Beau DeMayo's not here to accept this award.
Well, no, because
it's gonna be
Wonder Mom is gonna be there. It's that because it's still that team for that episode. So that episode 5, right? I think I had it up. Hold on.
Let's see what the nomination is. X-Men 97 Grammy nomination.
Because it wouldn't. It's not his solo award. So that'll be directed by Emi Yonemura, written by Beau DeMayo. So it'll be at least those two.
X-Men 97 is nominated for Best Animated Program.
So that if they win that
particular episode.
So if it's just that, if it's for,
I'm almost sure it's for that Gambit episode.
Feige can just show up and get that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, and he can walk off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Beau, I see you, dog, and walk off. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Dang, you live and you learn. It's such a tough situation. You live and you learn.
Did you got the nominees?
I'm trying to find it. X-Men 97 is nominated. I can't see what the nomination. Okay, elsewhere in Emmy's world, X-Men 97's 5th episode, Remember It, is up for Outstanding Animated Program. So is that particular show, episode, is that episode.
Right, that episode.
Look, there are multiple viewers across social media that will argue Remember Me is the single best episode of a Disney Plus original program that exists. Beau DeMayo and the entire X-Men team. Recognition here shows closely assigned. Blah, 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 blah. Look, his name first. So
no, he'll get it. I'm just
think all
who is all on there. On the does it say who is?
No, because I'm not on like the Emmys website. I'm on comicbook.com.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to go through it. I don't know why they won't just give it to me the whole.
Do you think all of this is the negotiations to go to the Emmys? That's what Pam said. Pam, you at work, girl? Come up here. Let's talk.
You think they negotiating so he can make it to the Emmys? If that's what he want out of this, that's wild. That's not. If all he gets out of this is he shows up at the Emmys and gets this award, I'm done with Beau, man. Beau, you better get this damn money, man. You better get this money, dog.
Who is he up against?
Television movie. Where's the animated at?
Okay, looks like it's. Why we can't find this? This is so weird. And the Emmys is coming soon. I think it's like in a couple of weeks. Oh, Pam at work. X-Men 97 Emmy nomination against who?
Comedy, nope. Limited television, no.
Friend says it's about everything.
Cartoon, animated. Here we go. Animated program. All right. X-Men 97. So outstanding animated program 2024, X-Men 97, Remember It, Disney Plus. So here's all the people who will get an award. Victoria Alonso will be getting an award. Louis D'Esposito.
As she should, sis. Put
Kevin
it on the
Feige.
screen. Let's see it.
All right, put it on the screen. Talk about as she should.
Still getting paid. That's what I'm talking about. You ain't taking my name off nothing because I'm gay.
Talk about
Ain't that what my sis said? It's really because I'm gay and I'm a Latin bitch. That's why y'all want me gone.
So yeah, 2024 76 Emmy Awards is outstanding animated program 2024. Remember It, Beau DeMayo, Victoria Alonso, Louis D'Esposito, Kevin Feige, Brad Wonderbaum, Donna Vasquez, Eberhardt, Jake Casterino, Charlie Feldman, Danielle Costa, Sean Gangta, Meredith Lane, Sang Hewitt Bang, Young Mo Sung, and Emi Yonomura. So what's that? 5, 10, 14 people will be getting an award if they win. And they are up against, let me back out. No, that's wrong. Hold on. Where'd it go? They are up against Blue Eye Samurai, Bob's Burgers, Scavenger's Reign was dope. That was dope. I advise all y'all go check that out. That was dope. The Simpsons. So here we go. This is all they up against.
Okay.
I think X-Men. It's gonna be hard. Blue Eye Samurai was dope. I wonder what's the number name? Nothing Broken. I can't remember what that episode was. What episode was this? The Dream. That was a crazy episode. I do remember that. But now they got it's some heat on here. It's some heat on here. But I don't. Yeah. I think X-Men 97 walks away.
What's the Simpsons one?
Let's see. Night of the Living
Wage.
I haven't watched Simpsons in a long time, so I couldn't tell you what that is. But yeah, some heat on here. There's some quality animation and storytelling on here. So we'll see.
And they may not even present it live. You know, some of those things they don't even present.
That's another
live.
thing too. That Beau might not even get the chance to get up on the mic and go crazy.
He want to be in the building. Friend want to network. Friend got to get another job. I have so much respect for creatives because I know it's stressful.
I just want to come on. All right, Ty. I want to come on. Let me. I said, come on, man. Up. Put me in, coach. Hold on, Ty. Let me. I got you, dog. I got you.
Chillmonger is so funny. Jake Castillo is the one who tried to explain to Chaka was correct. He's giving the speech. What? Chill. What does that mean?
When the episode that had T'Chaka in it instead of T'Challa, he was the one who explained why the timeline fits, and he was hella wrong. But you know,
sources have said. Look, sources have said.
Right, but it's a man. I don't know. Wow, you know what, Todd? You can't come on now because I just opened up my my Twitter, and what you sent me, dog, nasty. You can't be doing that, man. Oh man,
yeah,
come on
I
up,
think
bro.
When did Chadwick pass away? Was it 21 or was it 20?
20.
Yeah, it was 20.
20? Was it December?
Yeah. August.
December?
Nah, it was August. It's coming
August.
up. It's August. It's 20.
Oh no, that was, you know what? That was just no, that wasn't Jussie. Was that Jussie in 2020? January? With the whole with the whole walking around in the cold.
Please let my gay brother alone. Let's talk
about man.
Jussie.
Jussie had so much promise. Why he do us like that? Why he did it like that?
I'll never forget when it happened. Like I was the only one. I was like, why you going Subway 2:00 in the morning? What is going on?
It's in your Twitter, man. It's in your Twitter. When that happened, I ain't hit send. My bad. When that happened, I remember watching the news and they was talking about, and I'm here in Florida. They was talking about how it was gonna be freezing cold to where you can't go outside. Mm-hmm. It'll freeze your lungs. And so when that happened, I said, wait, it's too cold to be walking And I'm, as a black person, I'm not doing like Subway. I'm
Gotta
just
make
gonna
the
have to wait till
sandwich
the
in the
morning.
house.
Yeah, like we got McDonald's at the house, dog. Like then okay, one guy, but now you saying there's 3 white dudes is walking around with noose and bleach, and but
Jesse.
below weather, minus below. Come on, Jesse. And everybody rallied behind him. I said, oh man.
I didn't because it just I was just like, I'm gonna wait on this one. I said, oh well, usually I'm out there, but I'm like, I gotta wait on this one.
Who it was? Michelle Obama said something. Cookie came out.
It was an election year.
There was
Jesse,
election
you did us
year.
wrong.
I know.
You did us wrong, Jesse. But yeah, so Chadwick passed away in 2020. I mean, yeah. I
thought it's a mandate. I thought that was understood. I thought that had already been out and everybody. I don't know. I mean, it's still recast T'Challa, but it's a mandate out on T'Challa. Y'all do know that, right?
Why do you think it's a mandate?
Oh, it's a mandate. That's what I heard. I got sources too. Yeah, it's a mandate. It's a mandate.
How long do you think this mandate is in place for?
Until they get their shit together in the MCU. Because Feige runs Marvel Entertainment. That's what a lot of people don't understand. So
yeah,
not just the MCU. What the comics do, he's he's the creative controller over that too. You know what I'm saying? So it's a mandate until they can figure out, because they want to take what they do in the MCU and drag it into the comics.
Of course.
It used to be the opposite. It used to be what's going on in the comics, we're gonna drag it into the movies. But now the movies spearhead everything that goes on in Marvel. So until they get their shit together, Marvel wise, MCU wise, then you might see a T'Challa come. The T'Challa son, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think the reason why we're getting all this Wakanda stuff is because they just want to try to keep the essence of Black Panther alive, just enough to where we get it's in the MCU. Wakanda's here, you know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people on Twitter arguing over, you can't have Gotham without Batman, which is all true. But Disney don't give a damn about that. They don't care. We just gonna keep it on the string, dangle this on the string until
ain't they doing a Penguin show? You can.
But guess what? Guess who's showing up in Penguin?
Who? I don't know. I don't watch
Batman.
DC. He's gonna show.
Batman.
Who? Which Batman? Is it gonna be like
Matt
a separate
Reeves.
Batman?
No, the Chris, what's it? Pattinson Batman.
Oh, the vampire.
Yeah, the vampire, not the vampire.
So this is my question about recast T'Challa, because y'all get on my nerves. I'm talking about I have to start muting y'all. Y'all, like, I understand, like, we need to recast T'Challa, but is it that the group feels like there's never going to be a recasting? That's why I asked, how long do you think the mandate is? Because it feels like y'all feel like it's never going to happen, and I think that's what frustrates me. It's like,
but that's what Nate what's his name? Nate Moore came out and said that we're never recasting. That's what he came out and said.
I don't think he said never. We can only I don't think he said never. Never is a strong word.
What about T'Chaka?
What about T'Chaka?
I don't know. I just find him funny. T'Challa.
The name T'Chaka funny?
It's like they only changed one letter.
I don't think it's never. I think there's gonna be a recasting. Y'all just aggravate me so bad. I start muting y'all when y'all get talking that crazy stuff.
So his exact quote was, I'll say the chances that you see T'Challa I'm not hedging my bets here. I'm being quite honest. You will not see T'Challa in the MCU 616 universe. We couldn't do it. When Chadwick passed, there was a real conversation we had with director Ryan Coogler about what do we do, and it was a fast conversation. It wasn't weeks, it was minutes of discussing, and they was quick to do it. Minutes of discussing how we can move this franchise forward without this character, because we all feel so much of T'Challa on the screen is tied to Chadwick Boseman. So we won't see it now. Like I said,
but that's not never. Yeah,
that's never in the MCU. You won't. He said in the MCU, you won't see him.
That ain't what he said.
He said you will not see T'Challa in the MCU.
In our universe, that's not saying you'll never see T'Challa.
That's T'Challa. They killed
We
it.
don't know what the hell finna happen after Secret Wars and they blow all this stuff up. Are we still gonna be in 616?
Yeah,
who knows?
It's still the MCU. Now the quest. So, some people are saying, and I don't think people would mind of if T'Challa showed up in this Fantastic Four movie because that's a different universe, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Sure, do that. If they can do that, I don't think nobody be mad. But to say, oh, we did recast him, it's the bastard child to Toussaint, that is not a recast. That's a different character. Why are you smiling?
I was looking at Chill comments. So much is tied to Chag. Why are you waiting for Secret Wars to change that? First off, Chill. When was that quote? That quote was years ago.
That was
I remember people. I argued with people. I swear to God, I argued with people who said that Wesley Snipes would never show up in the MCU, and I said, "Baby, money talks. If the money is right,
he didn't."
What do you mean?
That was not an MCU movie. You think that was
it's MCU.
Every character in there was a Fox character.
It doesn't matter. Does it say Kevin Feige on it? Does it say Disney? That's the MCU. No, that's the MCU.
It says century. It says 20th century.
No.
Yes, it does. In association with Marvel. It says 20th century in association with Marvel.
But that Deadpool and Wolverine is a Marvel movie.
It's not.
The whole argument was Wesley Snipes would never be setting foot next to Ryan Reynolds ever again. That's what me and some people was arguing about.
Okay, next to Ryan Reynolds. Okay, that's different. That's different. Because the ongoing thing was
change.
Them two feuding. No, things do change. They do change.
So I think that was.
How long did that take? When did Blade Trinity?
It took a while. It took a while.
Years.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be that long. I think Nate was feeling some type of way. Ryan is feeling some type of way. They see all this conversation. They know what's going on. Do I think there's going to be a recasting anytime soon? No. I think as long as Ryan Coogler is alive, he is going to ride Baby T'Challa out. That's what I think. I think he is committed to this story.
Blue, would you rather see T'Challa recasted or Jonathan Majors rehired?
T'Challa recasted.
What?
Because everything went down once they lost. When the Black Panther died, Marvel died. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Am I the only one who noticed that? Black Panther dies, Marvel died. Not saying that but I would rather have a Black Panther in the Marvel universe than, because Kang was gonna come and go anyway, right? He was gonna come and go, so he's kind of expendable. And you know what I'm saying? I want Jonathan Majors to get the justice he deserves. Do I think he should have been fired? No, that's not what I'm saying. But if I could pick one for the sake of Marvel and the story, give me T'Challa back, because like I said, when T'Challa died, Marvel died. Everything after that, I just found out today, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever didn't make its budget back. It needed to make 899 million, and it didn't make it.
Damn.
That's what I found out today.
How much did that damn movie cost? For Wakanda Forever.
Remember how much money they take the theaters take?
They had a 200 million. They probably spent
250 so 350, 400.
No, how did you jump that high? They probably spent 100 in marketing.
They spent more than 100 in marketing.
Nah, I ain't spent.
It was one of the Super Bowl.
That wasn't a Super Bowl commercial. They ain't spent 100 in marketing.
No, they spent some money on that movie. Let's Google it.
Did Wakanda Forever make money? Bum bum bum.
By the way, I'd rather see Kang back.
We know.
Guess.
We know.
Either Disney is just completely irresponsible with spending, or like I don't know that I don't think they were expecting that movie to make $1 billion. I don't think that was the expectation. We were still in COVID.
Nah, I think they expect everything to make $1 billion. I think Disney thought they was above. Come on now.
I think
I think they
pre-COVID.
thought.
Pre-COVID,
But I'm saying,
yeah.
I think they thought that they can get some $1 billion movies out of that stretch. I
Out of
really
his
do.
death.
Especially right the way, because they marketed his death. They thought everybody was about to show up for this funeral. That's what they thought.
I don't think they thought this was gonna make $1 billion. I mean, because
So
what
it
did
says,
Spider-Man make? What, one or two?
Something like that. But that's why I think they thought that it was gonna make $1 billion.
How? They're not comparable.
Well, the first one is the highest grossing solo superhero film at that point of all time.
But there was a lot of different moving parts.
I'm just throwing it out.
There was a lot of different moving parts for
As a
for
bean
that
counter,
particular
I'm just looking at the
situation.
beans.
Because if I'm in the corporate office in the finance department and we're working on the budget for Wakanda Forever, we are in the middle of a pandemic. We already expecting a loss. We expecting a loss. So if I think if we make 9, we good. I don't think they were shooting for 1. I don't think. Look at Deadpool and Wolverine. I think it's gonna stop at 1.2.
I said that. I said about 1.2. About 1.2.
That movie doesn't hit on rewatch.
It
Which
didn't.
one?
Let
Deadpool and
me
Wolverine?
stop.
Yeah, I mean the story's so weak.
Tina, don't. This is a safe space.
I'm
Bo
not a
can come on
Deadpool
here
fan.
because this is a safe space. Just go ahead.
No, this is not a safe space
It's
for
a
my
safe
friend.
space.
I'm just not a Deadpool fan, so I
Okay.
mean, whatever.
I mean, like the story's weak in the film, honestly.
No, I mean, but it's a Deadpool. It's Deadpool. I wasn't going into this looking for. And I don't know if you went into this looking for the story. It could have been a story. This is why it's not an MCU film, because the story doesn't match per se with the MCU. They took the TVA and threw it in there to make it, now it's part of Marvel or so to speak. But this would have did that with the way I looked at it, even when they announced it. I said, this Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman together, they gonna do what they do. They didn't need the MCU stamp on it for it to break $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And as I watched that movie, it felt like a Fox movie. It didn't feel like a Marvel movie to me. It felt like I was watching Deadpool. It felt like I was watching Wolverine or one of those Fox Man movies. It didn't feel like anything out of MCU. Wasn't directed that way. The R rating, the all of that just felt 20th Century Fox to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be honest though, on my second watch, I pirated it.
Hey,
Pirated.
it made its money already. It's cool to, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
they ain't missing no meals because you did that. They are.
they about to go bankrupt.
So if Deadpool and Wolverine's hitting 1.2, I don't think they expected Wakanda Forever to hit anywhere near that. I don't.
Did. That's me. I just think they did. I think they did. I think the way that they put it together,
I would never have forecasted it for $1 billion in the pandemic. If we was outside of the pandemic, maybe.
Because what year was that? That was
because if you at 900 million in the middle of the pandemic,
out of the pandemic. We was coming out of the pandemic. 2022,
I wore
right?
A mask. I remember wearing.
I never got COVID. I hated wearing masks. I'm gonna just say this: I was a heathen. I'm gonna just sit here and let y'all know. Never caught it. None of that. No vax. None of that. I was a heathen out here. So
yeah.
But this is 2022. What was this? August? No, what was not August?
November. It was my birthday.
November. I'm sorry, November.
Mm-hmm.
So then this was even later in coming out of COVID. So I don't know. Maybe they thought they was the one. Disney don't care. Disney think that they, even with the string of failures that they had, Disney still walked in every room and threw their dick on the table like they was them, right?
They still should.
Even with the shutdowns, they can't get nothing off the ground the right way. Look at Star Wars. Like they don't Star Wars is failing. It don't matter. Dick on the table, boom. Like they don't care. So I think if all it took was one dude to walk into that boardroom and be like, "Hey, I think we can do $1 billion." Chapek looked at him and like, "You think so?" Because this was Chapek at the time, if I remember correctly. I think Chapek was still there. You think so? He was like, yeah. Dick on the table, let's do it. I think they really, and I mean, they got kind of close, but
Yeah.
No cigar.
Because what else? What was we're gonna exclude Spider-Man. Spider-Man was kind of a anomaly
outlier.
Because it was
Overrated.
It was marketed as you bringing all the old people back. So we're gonna put that as an outlier. It was in line with everything else. I think no other movie made more money except for Multiverse of Madness. So
No.
am I?
Did Multiverse of Madness make more than you talking about? More than Wakanda Forever?
Yeah.
What the Multiverse of Madness make?
I think like 950. This is just me guessing.
What? Hold on. No, I don't.
What? So if Spider-Man is the ceiling, and Multiverse of Madness is right under, and Wakanda's right under, am I considering that a failure? I don't know.
What was that box office?
Was they thinking it was gonna make more than Spider-Man?
Damn, yeah, they did 9. When was that? 20, but see, that was 2022 also. So if Doctor Strange is not $1 billion movie, the first one, I don't even, what I'm saying? The first one did 677.8 million. For this to get to 955, I'm pretty sure they thought Wakanda Forever should get to $1 billion. Because this came out before Wakanda Forever, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they thought.
But I don't think they thought that was gonna make that much money.
No, they didn't. But I'm pretty sure they looked at that and said, "Damn, Strange went from 670 to 950. Oh, we can get 1.1 at least, one even."
Nah,
we
because
just did one. What they do? 1.4 with the first one. What was it? 1.3, 1.4.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could shave off 300 million.
Not because you got to think, okay, when they go through test screenings, like they ask these questions, would you ever watch this again? And I'm pretty sure they probably was like, we probably not going to get a lot of rewatch out of it. It's emotional.
It was, and the story was bad. I feel you. If I went there, I'm like, y'all not going to get $1 billion. I'm telling the truth. I was like, if I'm, what I'm saying, how they do the little screenings and write your comments down and all of that. I'm like, look, man, I don't even need to write it. Just talk to me. Camera.
You are too closely connected to it to give an honest opinion. You got to bring random people in, but you're connected to it with
my son didn't even like it. My son didn't like it.
Damn.
My son didn't like it.
Your son didn't like it.
And he ain't connected at all. He an anime guy. He was like, no.
Yeah. I liked it.
I thought it was weak when it came out. I saw it like second weekend. I wasn't that big on it.
The story was a bad story. Just watching Wakanda get taken out by some water balloons was bad. It was just that's maybe you're right. Maybe I am too, because I'm like, y'all just this is Wakanda. Y'all had them.
But see, there's a connection to it. But for people who don't really know about Wakanda, they look at it like we still won in the end. We got our ass whooped, but they figured it out.
Then they went to the water people on a boat. You know what? Never mind, man. Well, I'm good. Whatever, man.
Soundtrack's good though.
Whatever.
I respect all the hard work they put in that movie. That no matter how you feel about Ryan Coogler, there's always a level of
black stereotype in his movies.
No, I'm not gonna say black stereotyping. There's a level of, if you watch like any of the behind the scenes with them, I don't even want to say quality is subjective. I feel like it's a level of care in it. No matter, even if you don't like his writing.
That's what I mean by quality. We can interchange quality and care. I do think that there is a level of care and quality in the movie. Mm-hmm. It's a spectacle. It looks good. And his writing, he does care about the characters the way that he cares.
Right.
He don't care how you care about the character, but how he cares about the character, he cares.
But that's everybody. Didn't we just talk about that with Beau? Beau wasn't worried about y'all being caring about how he would make this gay as hell.
But I think that's where people go wrong at when you put too much of yourself into the characters, or you change it too much from what made the character. I think that's where you go wrong, and I think that's why the rewatchability of that is what it is. I mean, they made Namor Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I fucks with it. I liked it.
Which, you know, when I first heard it, I was like, you know what, that ain't bad, because who really knows who I know Namor is one of my favorite characters, so it really didn't necessarily hurt me, but they changed up everything with Namor. Like,
I loved it.
Namor is a freedom fighter. Like, they made Namor just for 500 years. He disappeared. Like, he was born, you know, the conquistador showed up. He ain't like that shit, and he just turned into a hermit. And then, but he knew about fucking vibranium, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knew about fucking. All of a sudden, he knew what Wakanda was at. Like, how he knew what this dude was just. But
I loved it. I liked it, because otherwise, if Coogler wouldn't have done it, somebody would have been brought in. We would have stuck to the same thing. You got white people. I like the diversity. I thought it was cool.
People. I mean, they could have been diverse.
Diversify it up a little bit.
They could have been diverse. I mean, but
the Namor.
The Atlanteans. What you mean a Greek Namor? Namor ain't Greek.
Ain't Atlantis like around Greece?
No, we don't know Atlantis. Atlantis to me is in Africa, just to let you know.
Hell no.
Yes.
Let me see.
Yes, to me.
Atlantis.
They got the story from the Egyptians.
Mythology.
That's where they got the story from. The story of Atlantis come from the Egyptians.
Nah, he Canadian.
He Canadian.
Boy, Canadian. I thought in the comics they had like Atlantis like over in the area next to Greece.
I mean,
it definitely wasn't like nowhere near.
No,
Africa,
they got
sure.
Atlantis is no, I said for me, history wise, how I look at it in antiquity, how I look at it. But in the comics, I think it's because you got two places, you got Lemuria and you got Atlantis in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's not because they just underwater. They ain't
but you got to be underwater somewhere.
Nah, I mean, you know.
Where's that?
Namor say he ruled all the 7 seas, baby. This is Atlantis. As soon as you step your foot in the water, this is Atlantis. What you talking about?
All right. Yeah, they said Atlantis is a small continent located in the Atlantic Ocean between North America and Europe.
Yeah, but that's anywhere. No, that's the pond. That's all Atlantic Ocean. That's a lot of water.
I like Hispanic Namor.
Where would you put him?
Hispanic Namor, the hermit Namor.
Where would you put him in terms of like, if you were to like rank all of the new MCU villains? Where would you put him?
We didn't get enough Namor for me to really. He's Ultron right now for me. Like, he's the same place I put Ultron. Like, we didn't get enough from him.
But that's all the villains. We didn't get enough of Cassandra Nova. I thought she was fire.
She is fire. She is fire. I hate that, you know, that we didn't get it. Hopefully, let's see. Marvel don't know what is. I don't know what they're doing. They need me, Tina. They need us.
Guess who my favorite is?
Who you got, Ty? Who you got?
Kang.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. I don't even know. You got me.
I don't even like to talk about Kang. Like, my feelings are so distraught. I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about Jonathan Majors. I'm just so hurt.
Hey, he might come back. I've heard some people say that Kang. I've heard some people say that Kang's coming back.
I hear they gonna kill him.
People say.
Yeah, I hear.
I could see Kang coming back. But Jonathan
it's gonna
Majors
be faceless, right? It's gonna be faceless Kangs being murdered by Dr. Doom. That's what I think.
It's gonna be Dre. Dre Mac.
Gray, but it's at the end of the day, it's not gonna be it ain't gonna be Jonathan Majors. If I'm Jonathan Majors, I know he said he wants to do it, but I'm like, I don't want to do it. I'm, you know, like, that's, to me, that ship has sailed. If I'm him, the ship has sailed. Y'all didn't, you know what I'm saying? Y'all stuck with me for as long as y'all could, and then after this little tiny verdict, y'all cast me away. I'll go someplace else, play ball with. You know what I'm saying? If he wants to be something, it's other things he can do. You know what I'm saying?
I think Coleman signed on because
to play Kang,
doing that.
He signed on to do voice. He's gonna be Norman Osborn.
I think he's doing both. Like, I think he made a deal with him.
Nah,
I think
we would have heard that. We would have heard it.
No.
And he said he didn't. He did an interview where he was saying, like, if he does do it, he doesn't want to kind of be attached to someone else's character in so many
Mhm.
words. That's why I thought it
What
was
about
interesting
the
that he
dude
went
from
with
Alien?
from who?
The dude from Alien.
I haven't watched Alien, so I don't know.
Blue, did you see it yet?
Only bits and pieces. I haven't sat down.
Do you know who I'm talking about though?
I
You
seen
are
like the
you
tweets of the kid, but I
you
don't
talking about
know.
the android, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He won't be there. He's nah. I mean, that is it's technically a Disney property, but nah, I think they're moving on from Kang. My thing was I think they should just put him on ice, you know what I'm saying, and wait it out if they're not going to use him. But from my understanding, they're going to kill him off so they can wrap up the storyline and be done with it. That's
How about
from what I'm
this?
hearing. Huh?
If they keep Kang as a secondary villain, I'm taking over your show.
I'll let you take over. If that happens, Blues House featuring Ty. You know, you
Hot
can
tub.
have it. And you can talk Kang until the cows come home, but I'm pretty sure that ain't gonna happen. Not as majors, not well, and not Kang as a
I'm.
secondary villain next to Doom now. Because they gotta
I mean, like,
put they gotta make Doom. And it's Robert Downey Jr. This ain't like
yeah, but like you could do like a
Lewis
big
Doom. This is
battle
Robert
between the
Downey Jr.
two.
Is he gonna what's that?
You could do like in Doomsday, you set up in Doomsday you do the Council versus Doom at one point, and then in Secret Wars you set up the Beyonder Kang, and that's who he takes his powers from. You know what I mean? Like he can play the role of the Beyonder in Secret Wars, and then the Council can be taken out in Doomsday.
So this goes back to the Bo situation. Like I think that Disney wants to be disconnected from
Mm-hmm.
Kang because of Jonathan Majors.
Yep.
Over a finger?
They don't look
I
at
don't
it that way.
yeah.
They don't
I
look at
think
it that
they
way.
that's
Unfortunately, they don't.
because soon as once Kang is advertised, there's gonna be questions of Jonathan Majors. No matter what. No
Yeah.
matter if he's recast or not, it's gonna be questions of Jonathan Majors. So and if they're done with Jonathan Majors, they don't want to have to answer about Jonathan Majors.
I don't know,
He's
because
just
like, do you know who Alex P is? Cosmic Circus.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Alex Perez.
He's thinking that Kang's coming back.
I mean, I can
He's
see
hearing
kind of
that.
like Blue said, I can see like we gotta kind of get him
Yeah,
out of the way
Kang
of
will
the
be back.
story.
He'll be
I can
back
see
so they can
that.
body bag his ass. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna body bag.
According to him, he's thinking he's going to become the Beyonder Kang.
We'll see.
I don't see a reason for that. I don't necessarily see a reason for that. I don't even know if Secret War is gonna have Beyond in it. They don't necessarily.
That's
not
why I said
watching it
I
then.
have no
I'm not
idea what
watching
this
it then.
Secret Wars movie is. I don't know what's going on.
They don't have to have.
They need Beyonder in Secret Wars. You can't do
No,
Secret
you
Wars
don't.
without the.
I thought Secret Invasion. We needed all of them characters too. We got Nick Fury and one Skrull. That's what we got. And Secret Invasion was about a whole bunch of superheroes being taken over by Skrulls. So they can change it. Thor
I ain't
Ragnarok,
watching it then. They
right?
losing my ticket. I'm gonna pirate
And that's
it.
cool. I mean, hit the pirate. You know, hit what you gotta. You know, hit what you gotta do to you know what I'm saying. If you're not gonna watch it, don't watch it. If you are, you know what I'm saying. It's how you want to spend your money or in time. That's on you. I'm never gonna tell you what to do with your time, bro. That's, you know what I'm saying. If you don't want to watch it, I ain't gonna be like, nah, you gotta watch it. You can't be like that, Ty.
Yeah.
Now you really can't come on the show and
not even if I send you more of those photos.
nah, don't send me. Nah, man. This dude Ty is a wild guy. He's a wild guy. But yeah, I think they figure out the easiest and simplest way to wrap up that Kang storyline, which they kind of already did with Loki, if you really think about it. But for movie purposes, since we know who Kang is due to the horrible Quantumania movie, we know who Kang is. So now they got to wrap it up on the big screen. And to wrap it up on the big screen, the simplest way is to show how powerful Doom is. We got to show him getting rid of who we pushed as the next powerfulest person, which was Kang.
Do you want him to be a secondary villain? Like, would you like that?
I hated the whole Kang storyline. And I said this from the beginning. I love Jonathan Majors as Kang, hated the storyline. I thought it was
even the Loki part.
I hated the multiverse. I'm one of them, dog. I said it from if you and I know you just now started following my channel not too long ago, but when the multiverse jumped off and they were doing what if and all that, I said this is gonna turn into garbage. It's gonna turn into trash because the multiverse is an easy way for you to make mistakes and not be accountable for them.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at now. It's the easy way to make mistakes and not be accountable for them. They came in Eternals and all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? It didn't connect, or they tried to make it connect, and then let's multiverse it out. Oh, well, we got Falcon turning into Black America and all this other stuff. Like, nah, dog. We didn't. All they needed to do was give me if they wanted to take Falcon and turn into Captain America, give me that as the storyline going forward for Marvel, because we were so in tune with the Avengers and what's going on with the Avengers. Once you start adding all of these extra things and not giving us what they mean or what they're about, the people lose interest. You know what I'm saying? The regular fan is like, I showed up for the Avengers. Who the fuck is that? And that's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
Who's gonna play him though?
Who's gonna play who?
Kang. If you just bring him,
it's gonna be It's gonna be a whole bunch of people. Like I said, it'll just be faceless Kangs. All we need is purple mask or blue mask people, and 2 to 3 minute scene of Doom just going around killing random Kangs in the council. We don't need
disrespectful though. Like you said,
it's Hollywood, baby. I don't need an actor, a high level actor to come in, be Kang so I can kill him. To where I got to pay this dude, up towards $1 million to come in for 5 minutes. I don't need that. I can hire Blue. Blue, you got some background work? Yep, I can do that. I come in, I put my little blue mask on or a green suit or whatever, right? They CGI some shit. I die 100 times because I'm the same guy. They hire me for 50 grand. I put on the green suit and they superimpose me in different deaths. That's what's gonna happen. That's exactly what's going to happen.
But okay, let's say if they do hire a well-known actor,
who wants to do that?
Yeah, I don't think anybody want to touch it.
Like, who wants to come in?
You think that they could easily grab the dude from Alien? I'm sure he'll take it.
Let me put it like this: money talks. Anybody would do it, but I think, and this is where the other side of the business kicks in. I think some Black men don't want to be attached to it. One, it's nasty, and two, they don't want to feel like they stabbing him in his back.
They stabbing him in his back
because some men feel like he was wronged in this situation.
I don't. Even with the Coleman Domingo, I think Coleman Domingo is a wonderful actor. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't see him as because now we're going from Jonathan Majors to Coleman Domingo. Like, they're not even getting the same body type and everything without an explanation of why he looks, he shouldn't look aged. Not saying that Coleman Domingo looks bad for his age, but he ain't Jonathan Majors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so Coleman Domingo is fine. Don't talk about my gay brethren. He's a nice looking young man.
I didn't know he was gay until like a week ago.
Yes.
Come on, man. You don't see the suits he be rocking? He be rocking some fly.
Don't talk about his suits.
No, they be fly. Mika got on me and thought I was talking bad about him. I was saying that he be rocking some dope shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway,
he got to take.
You know what I'm saying? But
those Beau DeMayo selfies too.
Look, he be leaving his boo at home. He only bring his boo out sometimes. That's why people don't be knowing.
By the way, that photo I sent you, that's your face on Beau DeMayo.
I know what it is. Okay. You superimposing faces on.
I thought you think it was funny.
But no, I think they're done with Kang, man, and I know you a big advocate of it, and I send you a box of tissues when it happens, so you can cry and do whatever you got to do. But we're gonna have to move on, man. If or not, or you don't have to move on. You know what I'm saying? But I think they've moved on, and they're gonna figure out the best way for Doom to be perceived as all-powerful Doom. You know what I'm saying? Because Robert Downey Jr. says he wants to be Victor Von Doom. This ain't no variant. This isn't Tony Stark is Doom. He says, I'm Doom, man. He wants to play, make Doom the right way. That's what it was yesterday, I think. The little article came out, how Kevin Feige and them said that they were gonna approach Doom. So we'll see.
I hope they don't do this again though. Like, and when they do the mutant saga, if they're gonna set up someone as the villain, please don't like back out of it last second.
I mean, it just depends. Shit happens.
But it
Life
wasn't. Yeah,
happens.
this wasn't because they was all in. But once the legal troubles happened, that's when the pivot they had. Not saying they had to pivot, but that's when they made the decision to pivot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of under the impression that it might be for the best because they didn't put their best foot forward when it came to Kane, as far as making him scary or a big bad for me to be afraid. Like if I'm the
I
Avengers,
thought they had a good plan. I thought it was gonna work so good. I think they were invested and it was gonna be a slow build. I think
You think so?
No, I know for sure. They said it. He was gonna be everywhere.
I think they were gonna. No, I think they were gonna invest in him. But I'm trying to figure.
She said no, they didn't. They absolutely. I can probably find the interview. They absolutely said that John. She said in the comments, he was like, "No, they didn't." I was gonna, or maybe he's saying no, they didn't. That they didn't put their best foot forward. But I was talking about that he was gonna be everywhere.
Oh yeah, they said no. They were gonna put him everywhere. No, they was invested. And me and Ty talked about they was invested in Jonathan Majors and making sure Hank was gonna be everywhere. To me, the storyline was just nasty. I'm trying to figure out how to make him scary or make him Thanos level because, and this is the reason why I say that is y'all made him a poo butt by having him taken out. He shouldn't have never Quantumania. He shouldn't have never showed up at Quantumania. He shouldn't have been the bad guy in that. If anything, maybe a shadow bad guy, somebody in the back pulling some strings or something like that. But we maybe should have seen him at the end of the movie. But for him to be the main villain of the Quantumania, I think was bad. And that put a bad taste in my mouth for Kane going forward. Then we watch Loki, He Who Remains. Dope performance by Jonathan Majors. I wasn't scared of fucking he's coming. I don't give a fuck. Like, really? I'm stuck in purgatory, wherever the hell I don't give a damn about Kane. Storyline was bad. It's just bad.
He was
supposed to be in Agatha. Moon
Knight, he was gonna be in like show
in Agatha.
I think it was just setting up variants everywhere. Like, okay, this guy is everywhere. Even if you killed that nigga in Ant-Man, it's now somebody sitting up here in Agatha talking to Mephisto, letting you know, hey, now we down here in the 616. I'm actually here on Earth. Then you jump over to, Fantastic Four, and he walked. Like, I think they was really fun to do some good shit with him. They didn't have the creative. They didn't have creatives for that. And this is the reason why I'm gonna say that. Looking at all the Disney Plus shows, none of them hit right because they didn't have the creators who cared about Kane that way, or the multiverse, or even getting together. Hey Tina, you just did this show. How did you do the multiverse? Like they didn't put it together. So you were just gonna have random ass Kanes doing what? Well,
show up in Agatha, show up in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, show up in. It's just gonna be discombobulated. You know what I'm saying?
This has been my biggest argument with Marvel since after Endgame. It is very well known. People talk about it all the time how they keep all these shows and movies so insulated where they're not talking to each other. So we can't even collaborate to kind of start writing our stories to kind of create a seamless timeline like it should be. But I think it's because some of that stuff was in production before they decided to go with Kang. So when Jonathan walks in and kills it, it's like, oh shit. All right, we need to pull back. We're finna rework everything. And I think it was gonna get there. Life.
Here's what I think.
I think he was gonna be in Deadpool. I think he was gonna be Mr. Quang and Ironheart, maybe on the. I think he was gonna be everywhere.
I do believe that they were invested. I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
But would it have served Kane though? The story, would it have just been Kane popping? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it just there he is, and then back like here's a piece of paper, and they pan the camera up, and it's Jonathan Majors handing somebody a piece of paper, right. I'm like, cool, but what does this do for Kane? Because it's variants, but Kane is the guy.
Yeah,
I'm scared of Kane. I ain't worried about the Centaur, the Golden Centurion or whoever the Crimson guy. I'm not worried about. I'm worried about Kang.
Yeah.
Kang the Conqueror. Where he at?
But here's why I'm okay with him losing in Ant-Man. Because he didn't have his powers when he was fighting Ant-Man. He was just a normal ass dude at that point, fighting people with powers. You know what I mean?
That's why, to me, that's why he shouldn't have showed up, because you're giving me him at his worst, right?
But he was going to turn into the Beyonder.
We don't know that.
He was.
And why would he turn it? Where are y'all getting this Beyonder from? Where did Kang turn into the Beyonder at?
Because it was in like every single leaked rumor of like even before, even when Ant-Man came
why
out.
would he need to? Why would they need to turn? Because the Beyonder is just the Beyonder. That has nothing to do with Kang. So
but it's the same thing, because like everybody was saying, like, okay, why are they making Kang like the guy for Secret Wars and it's supposed to be Doom? I think they was just gonna let Jonathan Majors play all these different roles and just he's taking over. No, we ain't doing Doom because we gonna do Kang, and no, we just gonna let Jonathan Majors play the role of the Beyonder. I think that's the path they were getting to, but hey.
Blue, would you prefer RDJ as Doom or Majors?
Nobody
as Kang
prefers
for
that.
The final?
Nobody prefers that, and if they do, they are horrible people. Nobody prefers that. Okay, that was the absolute.
You know who my pick was? My pick was Alexander Skarsgård.
As Doom?
Yeah.
I don't care who Doom was.
Anybody but RDJ.
And got the crackhead on the side of the street and cleaned him up. Anybody could have done it. I wouldn't have cared.
To me, that still makes no sense. I don't understand. But
it
that
makes sense, but it's stupid.
No,
it makes sense, but it's stupid.
This is what I mean by it makes no sense for the story. And for the audience. Like, we looking like, think of the casual fan who just now don't even know that RDJ is Doom, and they see that's fucking Tony Stark. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some confusing ass shit for the regular person. You know what I mean? Then why the fuck you bring RDJ back? Like, are y'all struggling that much to where y'all gotta go and bring him back as another? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at that. I'm looking like, oh, y'all must really got it bad. Y'all didn't hit the black this year, did y'all?
But this is more proof that why I believe that there will be a T'Challa coming back, because they on the internet they see people saying scrap Kang, bring Doom, scrap Kang. We want Russos, we want the Russos. So they're obviously saying, okay, we need to pay attention to what our audience is saying. Let's see what we can do. Do you know how much money they probably had to talk to get them three back? Like,
no, we know RDJ
crazy
80 plus
crazy
million.
Insane.
Come on, man.
You could gave Sam Reed $10 million. He would have ate Doom. I'm pissed off. I'm so mad.
Imagine the Russos and Majors working together.
Bring the Russos. I don't even like the Russos, but I'd rather them bring the Russos than bring RDJ back.
They did bring him. They brought the Russos back. But
that's what I'm saying. I could have dealt with that. We don't need him.
To me, it makes more sense to bring the Russos back. RDJ, it don't make sense, y'all. We had to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
let him come back as the variant that y'all thought Tom Cruise was gonna be in Multiverse of Madness. Bring him back as a variant. They could have brought
Tom Cruise as Doom for all like that. I mean, I would have been like, why y'all bringing Tom Cruise? But shit, I would have, you know what I'm saying? Like, have him.
I get it. It's money.
Running.
It sells. Like, people gonna show up, but I think it's so lazy, so creatively like drawing dead. Just like, why? And it was the Russos. They probably said, let's call RDJ and see if he'll do. Like, it's, look, maybe it turns out great. I don't know, but right now the way it feels in my stomach is because RDJ is RDJ.
Mm-hmm.
He's him.
I don't.
But that's the thing. It's probably gonna turn out good. And then they go like, we told you it's going, but at the same time, it's still like,
I'm just so programmed to see him as like Tony Stark. I don't care if he puts on an accent. I'm still gonna see Tony Stark.
Right.
Like, I think he's a good actor, but I don't think he's as versatile as like Jonathan Majors, where, okay, I'm actually seeing you play different characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I don't know.
I can't see him as a villain.
I can. I just can't see him being. I can't take away. I can't take away Doom and Iron Man standing together.
Now
I just
the
can't.
only my Kang was my favorite comic book villain. So now the only one left that I really want to see would be like Apocalypse. So like I'm
That's
praying that they
Apocalypse.
don't mess him up.
How did I want to know how Kang became your favorite comic book villain? Like Kang and
He just
I've
is.
never
He's
heard anybody be
cool.
like, "Hey, Kang."
Wait, Six the Truth say
Ramatut.
we
He's
not
got
seeing
like there's
Doom's
so
face.
many.
We are seeing Dr.
Oh,
Doom's
they
face.
didn't hire RDJ for
He's not finna be masked.
no.
No, you're seeing his face.
You might
That's
as
why they're
well have
making him a
hired me
variant.
then.
You're gonna see
RDJ
his,
is not finna be on the because you could have put anybody in the damn
Yeah.
mask if that's the case. He's showing
Put
his
Blue
nah,
in it.
I would have did it if they would have,
Me and Blue can both play him.
yeah.
We
You
can
can be the
switch in and
Canadian
out.
Doom and I could be the American Doom. We can get it right. Yeah. Like she said, we seen it 90. Yeah, you seen his face.
Yeah, you seeing his face.
You seen his face. Even if it's on accident. That mask is coming off. Or you're gonna get him and how he put the armor on, but you're gonna see his face. You're gonna know it's Robert Downey Jr.
You got to.
They're gonna do flashbacks and all types. Him in college with Reed Richards and all types of you gonna see his face.
I'm
Is
gonna
he gonna have an
invent a
accent?
time machine soon.
He gonna
Go
be
back in time and prevent.
he gonna be Robert. He gonna be Tony Stark.
I'm gonna leave. I don't even want to talk about this no more. I'm gonna get my nerves bad. Let's go. We done. We done.
He gonna be Tony Stark as Doom.
I don't want to talk. I might can swallow that. I could accept maybe a Tony Stark variant who turned into Doom, but y'all calling him Victor Von Doom. That's
Victor.
different.
See,
They
I
said
don't
he
want
is
a
not a
Tony
variant.
Stark variant.
But he said
Like,
he's not
'cause then
being a
it'd be
variant.
like-
He said this is
Yeah, they said it. They said but I can swallow a variant. I can't. There's nothing he's gonna do that's gonna make me see him as Victor Von Doom. I don't care.
But see, if he would have said, "I'm coming back as the evil Tony Stark," I would have been cool with that.
I would have been cool with that.
I would not have been cool with that. You're gonna replace
been
Kang
okay.
with an evil Iron Man.
No, not to replace Kang, but just him coming back as the evil Tony. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
all right, we bring RDJ back. He's gonna be evil Tony Stark in this universe. Not
See,
to
I
replace
can't get
Kang, not
behind
as a
that
big
because, like,
bad, but just
I can get behind. Well, I don't like it, but like I can understand replacing Doom with Kang, but with an evil Iron Man with Kang, that's like no one cares about that. Like I want to see a cool villain as the main one, not an evil Iron Man. You
well,
know
I
what
don't think
mean?
he would say like replacement, just like a variant or something in
this is
Secret
just him
Wars.
showing up. Because all this is just a money grab anyway. But now they like this is a money grab like to the max now because they're giving you 2 movies worth of.
And did you see that?
This better
Feige
be
said
damn
that-
good. This better be more.
Did you see that Feige said, "How can we not go backwards?" And then he proceeded to hire Robert Downey Jr. back and the Russos.
Yeah.
And this is my problem with it too. I don't. Where does this story begin? Like, does it begin in Fantastic Four and then hold on? But think about that. What's after Fantastic Four that's connecting this story? Are we immediately going into Doomsday?
No,
Maybe
Tina, you
Shang-Chi,
sounded like me.
if it
Don't
comes
sound
up.
like me, Tina.
Like
They
what's
they
next?
directionless. It's
Blade
directionless.
and then an unentitled
Blade.
project.
He said Blade.
Well,
That's funny.
obviously you're not gonna tie Blade into Doom into Blade. Are we gonna?
So there'd be one other film.
Okay, Tina, this is what we got.
Is it showing up in Shang-Chi?
We have
Maybe
Black America. Then we got Fantastic Four. From Fantastic Four, we're going to Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts is before Fantastic Four.
No, it's not.
I thought it was after.
Yeah,
It's
look it
Christmas.
up. Look it up. Thunderbolts
No,
is
because what?
May. Thunderbolts is May.
Did they move
Fantastic
Fantastic
Four
Four
is
to
July.
November?
Fantastic Four is July. And Thunderbolts is May.
No, because we're not getting Blade next year. That can't stand.
And
I
then
don't think that's
Blade's
gonna
November.
stay. We ain't getting Blade next year. Because you're getting Captain Black in February.
Captain Black.
And you're saying Thunderbolts in May. They're probably gonna move Fantastic Four to November. We're not getting
But
Blade
there's an
next year.
unentitled project in February right before Doomsday.
What could that be? Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange. I
So
don't know.
Black America, February 14th. Thunderbolts in May. Fantastic Four in July.
They moving that. It's not staying.
Blade in November.
Because they just started Fantastic Four. So that would be crazy if they could film it wrap it, edit it down in a year. It's possible. Most of it's gonna be on that sound stage, so I guess. She said Black America is so disrespected. You know what it is? It's Anthony Mackie. It's not Captain. It's not Falcon. It's Mackie. It's just Mackie.
It's Black America. I don't care who was in it. them pushing that, like, I didn't like when they did it in the comics. Just have a Falcon. He's Falcon. Just make him Falcon and continue the story going. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I'm doing this for Steve as Falcon. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to take up fucking the shield. That's nasty to me. Then we get Doomsday, May 1st, 2026, and Secret Wars, May 7th, 2027. It's got to be something between that.
There's two in between, I think.
But from what I'm reading,
what is this story? The story would seem very, because if you think about it, when you get Infinity War and Endgame, yeah, you getting them a year apart, but there was so much story leading up to it. It's like there's really nothing leading up to this except right now, Fantastic Four. So are we doing a Doctor Strange with the Black Priest, or are we doing Shang-Chi? What we doing?
From as I'm looking at, there's nothing in between. That's it.
Shang-Chi is 100% coming. I don't know
That's
when,
what he
but
said.
it's 100%.
But where they putting that at? Where they putting that at?
Hey, when we was rocking with Kang, you put that right before Kang Dynasty, and that's enough. Tie the rings in and all that. So I don't know now. I don't know what we doing because we got Doom now. So what we doing?
I don't know. I said Feige needs to step down. That's what I've been saying for the longest. Let somebody else say. Not because he's bad at his job, but sometimes just get burnt out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need a new coach. I think Marvel needs a new coach. He can go over and coach Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? But I think they just need some new leadership over there and get things back popping. This ain't it. This ain't it. I'm gonna just watch as they fall to the wayside. This ain't it.
They'll rebound for X-Men. They're gonna
Wars, I don't even know if I want them to do X-Men. Like, I'm there. Like, do I want them to touch X-Men?
Hey,
go hire Beau back. Get Beau back. I'll take the homoerotic X-Men with Beau. Give me that, because right now I don't even know if I get them to pull off an X-Men. At least I know Beau will be as close to it as possible while, throwing a butt naked Magneto in there. I can.
You're gonna bring RDJ back as Magneto.
RDJ as Magneto.
X, Professor X.
That's what's gonna be T'Challa while y'all
Bishop.
playing.
Oh my god.
RDJ as Bishop. All right, y'all keep playing with Feige and Marvel over there. That's the Marvel Jesus RDJ is.
This is crazy.
But I'm done. I appreciate Tina jumping on here, man. I really appreciate your insight on the Beau DeMayo situation. Ty, you can come on anytime, man. Ty might be like, that's my guy now, man. Ty just be, hey, can I get on to talk my Kang shit? We could be talking about them. Y'all finna get on and get his Kang shit.
Y'all can be talking about something completely different. And I'll be in the comments talking about Kang.
Like, hey, what you think about Kang though?
Oh Jesus.
Man. But yeah, I appreciate the chat, man. I appreciate everybody who watched this. But you ain't gotta go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Peace. And take it easy, be safe. I'm out. Peace. Yo, what's cracking, Rules House family? Hey, we come to the end of another great video. Hope you enjoyed our take on the latest in entertainment. Don't forget to hit that like button and share your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. We'd love for you to join us. Remember, Rules House is your house. Until next time, stay tuned, stay dope. We out. Peace.